All right, we are live for Oklahoma versus Alabama. Obviously, the first college football playoff game of the 2025 season. They had previously played. Obviously, like I said, Alabama did lose that game with Oklahoma getting three turnovers. So we're very interested to see how this game goes, especially if the Oklahoma offense can really do anything. Because, like I said, Alabama's defense is ridiculously good. Unfortunately, I said their offense, like I said, through interceptions, caused had fumbles in the Oklahoma game. Overall, played a pretty terrible game, but at the same time, Oklahoma's defense is ridiculously good, and they forced a turnover. So I think it's going to be I think it's going to be like a lower scoring game, like a low 20s kind of scoring game. I I'm predicting Alabama to win. I don't really. It's not that I don't care who wins. Um, I think that both teams are going to have an interesting shot against Indiana because both these teams have amazing defenses. So does Indiana. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes in the Rose Bowl game next weekend. But I'm going with Alabama. It's very hard to beat a team twice in one season. I think ESPN had like a graphic, like I don't know, like a couple of days ago, mentioning the fact that Alabama hasn't lost to a team twice, like hasn't lost to a team twice in a season since 1893. And it's like, okay, well, how often do you really see a team twice in a year? Like you might see them for a title game, but outside of that, like you're not really seeing them that much. So I don't think it's really that weird of a like that cool of a stat. Like, yeah, it's probably been a loss. They lost twice to the same exact team. But anyways, um, it'll be interesting to see if Oklahoma can get some kind of run game outside of John Mateer, what they've been struggling with all season. Um, like I said, their offense has been very much hampered by the fact that they can't run the ball, so it's pretty much just John Mateer. And when John Mateer's been hurt, it's been even harder for them to be able to move the ball. Um, Same as I think for Alabama. Alabama has had some struggles running the ball, but against Auburn, they were able to run the ball really effectively against a really good run defense, and then they could not do anything against Georgia. I mean, Georgia was like -3 rushing yards, I think, in the SC championship game, which is the last game they played. This is still an amazing Oklahoma defense. So I mean, really great front seven to begin with. But like I said, I think it's gonna be back fourth game. I think Alabama pulls it out, but I just think it's gonna be a great game. I'm hoping it continues to be a great game. That's all I'm hoping for. Because like I said, this should be a good one. Miami, Texas A&M is going to depend on who chokes first. Because like literally, both these teams like have a history of just choking away games. It would probably be like Miami gets out an early lead, and then Texas A&M comes back and wins in front of their home crowd. That's probably how that game will go tomorrow. And then you got like JMU versus Oregon. You got Tulane versus Tulane versus Ole Miss, which I do think that I do think that Tulane can cover. Like I think that I think like I think I think the spread's a little bit too far. I think Tulane's able to go like kind of like cut the lead down a little bit. But at the same time, like I'm not looking at those games being like, oh, this is gonna be great. Hello, Emmanuel. How you doing? How you doing? I can't tell if this will be a good defensive game or bad offensive game. Can only hope Bama's lose because I'm petty and I do let them live right control in my head. Well, you did beat them, so at least you got that. You finally, well not finally, but you got over the hump. The first time since the 2021 championship game, 2022, 2022, a 2021 season, 2022 championship game. First time that you were able to, Kirby Smart was able to beat Alabama. So you ever get that monkey off your back again. Um, and like I said, y'all will play more than likely each other next couple of seasons as well. So, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how Alabama versus Georgia continues to go if it continues to be where DeBoer is able to beat Kirby, and it's like a once a blue moon that he can beat Alabama when like Alabama's still technically considered one of the top dogs in SEC, and if you're Georgia, you just can't beat them. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if that'll be like a stain on Smart's legacy, but like so far, that's been like the one thing for him is like that when Nick Saban was the head coach, obviously like he couldn't beat Nick Saban, and that's understandable because like obviously like I said, he's a disciple of Nick Saban. A lot of times it's hard to beat your mentor because basically they taught you everything you knew, and they didn't teach you everything they knew. So I think if Kirby's able to, whenever he plays the board again, if he's able to get another win, and so he'll be what 2-2 against the board, I think. Then I think like you can be like, okay, well maybe we're kind of turning the tide a little bit, where it's not, oh crap, we can't beat Alabama that much. So hopefully that's not the case. I mean, I'm hoping that they have a nice little rivalry as well. Good knows that Auburn isn't doing what they're supposed to be doing to try to help make the Deep South's oldest rivalry to actually a competitive game. I'm still upset about the fact that the Georgia game. I mean, I streamed that one too, so like you got to see how that one turned out. But like, I just want to beat Georgia. It's been over 8 years. I'm sick and tired of losing to Georgia all the time. I'm sick and tired of losing to both rivals in general, but I'm sick and tired of losing to Georgia just because like Alabama, I'm used to them being good. Georgia, I'm getting used to them being consistently good because they used to be good, but they could never like finish off in like actual crunch time. Like they would always fail miserably. Like when it's time for them like to actually show up, like SC championship games or like you said, college football playoff games, like that kind of stuff. And like you would be like, oh well, they're just gonna be messing up. And then after they won back to back national titles, it's like this is crap. We just got done with one dynasty. I don't want to have another dynasty. If Georgia makes a deep playoff run, you can still consider. I mean, you can technically still consider it was a dynasty because it was back to back and then almost undefeated season. Then they lost the SC championship game. But I don't want to have to do another dynasty with another rival. I don't want to do with that. I really don't. So Oklahoma comes out. Like I said, they got the whole. I mean, that's the other thing too. I like about the playoff game experience. Like I can only assume like how loud it is at the stadium and how like amazing it is because like you're fighting for a playoff game in your home stadium on the weekend of finals, no less. Like this is finals, so you got a lot of students who are tired who just who's want a little bit of relief, and it can come in the form of a playoff game. They're gonna be loud. So they're showing the highlights of the previous game. Obviously, like I said, Oklahoma taking advantage of the turnovers ends up being the difference maker. Like I said, it's going to come down to can Alabama play a clean. If they can play clean football, which is obviously like easier said than done, I think that Alabama pulls one out. That's the reason why I'm going with Alabama because, like I said, it's hard to beat a team twice in the regular season, well, in any season. But also the fact too is like Oklahoma really took that game away because I'm not going to say that the Alabama gave it away. Oklahoma took it away. It's gonna be up to Alabama to readjust to not put their defense in those terrible situations because the defense can hold up. So it's going to depend on them. Showing John Mateer, like I said, when he broke his hand against Auburn. So Kirby's legacy is slightly stained by the Bama bump, but I view it how I view LeBron's legacy, losing to dynasties, Bama and Warriors respectively. You did it eventually. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like I said, you can't like when you compare. Okay, well, it'd be the same exact way if you compare Nick Saban and Kirby for LeBron and Jordan. Like it's still two totally different kind of concepts of two totally different styles of um, games. Like Nick Saban from like '09 to like let's say like 2016, that's a totally different college football compared to 2018-ish, 2019-ish to now. Like that's a totally different kind of football because you have all the money that's being put into football as far as like paying players, that kind of stuff. And that does it significantly impacts like what type of talent you're able to hold, the kind of dynasties you have to go up against. So like if you're Alabama, like until really Clemson, you didn't really have like a actual another dynasty that you were going up against. You're going against somebody different every time. Like it was Texas with Colt McCoy, and he got hurt. You had 2011, you had LSU that you had played close the previous like in that season. Then you had Notre Dame, who was overrated. I mean, overrated. They were so overrated. And blew them out. Which that one also would have been if Georgia had won the SEC championship game, which they were really close to in 2012. They probably would have had a national title then. And Mark, that would have been another thing too. If Georgia had won the 2012 SEC championship game, they would have won a national title because I feel pretty confident that Georgia's defense was just as good as the Alabama's defense. Georgia's offense led by Aaron Murray would have probably beaten Notre Dame. Mark Richt would have gotten a national championship game, would have gotten a national title, and how does that impact Georgia going forward? Going to be a fair caught ball. It's going to be first down 10 for Oklahoma. Another one of those what if scenarios for SEC. Who cares that much if you regular season game when the times you did beat them, it's been on the biggest stage, national title and also SEC championship game. That's fair. It is interesting too. He has Georgia has not Georgia, but Kirby Smart has like the most SEC championship game losses, which is another thing too. Like that kind of sucks for him. Most of them at the hands of Alabama, but also LSU as well. 2019. So first down, 10 for the 25-yard line. John Mateer in shotgun formation, run back to his left. Going to be a play action pass. He's got plenty of time. Good Lord. He's going to scramble out to his right. Is going to gets like back to the line of scrimmage. Nice job there by Brown. He's come along strong the last couple of weeks. Number 2 cornerback for the Alabama Crimson Tide. I will say this. Like I said, he's come along strong. He did a really good job against Cam Coleman in the Iron Bowl, and that's part of the reason why I'm thinking about it. But like I said, I'm interested to see if we're actually get some more pressure because, like I said, Alabama's edge rushers not been as dominant as they have been in years past this year. Going to be a handoff. That's going to be up to the running back. He's going to get about 5 yards, up to about the 30-yard line. Third down to 5, 4:15 left to go in the first quarter. And regardless, I would argue Kirby is the best thing to happen in Georgia, for sure. Greatest coach who's brought us to the most success we've ever had. He finally got the boogeyman off 2 natties and SEC titles. Like I said, you hadn't had national titles since 1980, so we would bring that back. I mean, he's a Georgia man. Like, he graduated from Georgia as well, so it definitely helps out. He's definitely the best thing that could possibly happen to y'all. Shotgun formation, right to his left, drops back to pass. He's got plenty of time, slings it, and it's going to be a great catch. Good Lord. Number 4, and that is going to be, who's number 4? Is that Brown? Yeah, he got that hand in. He's good. That's a first down. That's a great grab. Great grab at number 4. First down 10 about the, let's see, what is it? I think it's like a 43-yard line. I'm trying to check and see what they're going to say. Pistol formation going to be hand off to the running back, off to the right side to the 45, up to about the 50-yard line. Nice again there, about 7 yards. Well, no, they can work with 49. Nice again there, about 6 yards, second down 4. I said do a lot of hurry up here. Shotgun formation, run back to his left. Split out wide. Fakes the screen. Mateer's going to run, and he's going to get a little bit QB spy there by Lawson. He gets about 2 yards. It means third down 2. Now, the ref's saying that he's down, but Lawson was like, I popped the ball out. But it was also recovered by Mateer. Yeah, it looks like they're going to have Lawson as a QB spy on Mateer. Now, that ball came out early, but apparently Mateer recovered it cleanly. He did. He recovered it cleanly. But it definitely was a fumble. Third down 2 from the 49-yard line. Shotgun formation. Now going to be an empty set. Going to be a power run by John Mateer. He's going to get the first down. Gains up all the way to the 43-yard line. First down 10 for Oklahoma. talking a little smack right now. Emmanuel, let's see here. Does losing until 2019 to LSU really count? Nobody was beating them. Auburn almost did. Greatest time of my lifetime, maybe all time, depending on your view of '01 Miami and that Nebraska team or whoever I think it is. Yeah, that Nebraska team, I don't really think is that good. What they're comparing to, I think it's the 1997 Nebraska. '01 Miami is definitely up there. Drops back to pass, and he's going to roll it to his right, gets a pressure, throws, and that's going to be incomplete. Try to get to Brown once again, but Brown, number 2, the one who's covering, Brown breaks up the pass. So second down, 10. But yeah, no, I mean, Auburn did almost beat LSU. We come to the lowest score. It was 23-20. Derek Brown absolutely obliterated Damian Lewis, his former his teammate now. Put him in Joe Burrow's lap, and we were getting pressure with 3 people, and then Kirby Smart tried to do the SC championship game, and it did not work. All right, so first down 10 for the 44-yard line. Going to be handoff, and that's not first down, but second down 10. It gets nothing. I mean, it goes right into the heart of the defense. Simmons with a tackle there. Be third down 10, 11:07 left to go in the first quarter. But yeah, no. They would hurry up again. All right, why are we doing hurry up? The third down 10. All right, now they go a little bit slow. Let's see here. Taking a long time. All right, so we're going to be shotgun formation. John Mateer, running back to his right, drops back a pass, and gets some pressure. He's going to check it down. It's going to be incomplete. However, the running back fell. So that's why it fell incomplete. Fourth down 10 at 10:37 to go the first quarter. Got a punch ball away. But yeah, I remember 2019, our defense was really good. Auburn had Derek Brown, Marlon Davidson, and also Big Cat Bryant were our 3 down linemen, and we would get pressure with 3 and just drop 8, and that's what worked. And then Kirby tried to do that in the SC championship game. He's like, "Oh, I could be able to do this," and it did not work. And he had to readjust it, like they were absolutely cooking them the first half. Punt is underway, and it's going to be down. Let's see, fair caught about the 11-yard line. So first down 10 from the 11-yard line for Alabama. Let's see what Todd Simpson can do. I will say that Emmanuel, I do think that the 2001 Miami team, I don't know. I like a part of me realized that 2019 LSU team, because I mainly think that like it's gonna be very hard like to stop offensively that 2019 LSU offense. The defense, however, you got Stingley, amazing cover corner, and you got Grant Delpit, but really and truly that defense, besides those 2 players, I mean, was Devin White on that one? I can't remember. I think if Devin White was on that one. Yeah, he was. No. Was Devin White on that one or no? He might have been. Devin White might have been on that one, but like Devin White flamed out really bad in the NFL. He was good. He was good in college though. Like Kayvon Chason. I'm trying to think of other ones that was on that defense. Greedy Williams. Like I said, he was okay. Like I think overall roster wise that you could say 2001 is Miami's better, but can 2001 Miami's offense keep up pace with 2019? That's where the question lies. If you think they can, if you think that the 2001 Miami defense, as good as it is able to limit 2019's offense, then I think you give them a chance. But both of them are amazing. Both of them, like I said, have their own strengths as well. Like I said, 2019's LSU is not really a rushing team. 2001 Miami definitely is. So the only reason why I'm saying is because I'm going through. I talked about this before. I'm doing like a research video about how would the 12-team playoff have looked during a BCS era, like from 1998 all the way to 2014, which has taken a long time because, like I said, you're going through every single team it possibly could have been. But yeah, that 2001 Miami team would have been something else. Hey there, Zoe. How you doing? How you doing? Who are we rooting for? Rooting for a tie, but that's not gonna happen. I'm picking Alabama to win, but I don't really have a. Like I said, I'm an Auburn fan that is upset that Alabama's good and that Oklahoma beat us when we had every option to try to win that game. So, like I said, I'm not really rooting for anybody. I'm rooting for a good game. That's what I'm rooting for. Now the real question is, which team, LSU or Miami, can put together 3 good seasons in a row? Now that is a good one. Yeah, like I said, I don't. Let's see. LSU from I don't know 2005 was okay. Anyway, it was shotgun formation. Going to send run back into motion over to his left. A little bit of a weird snap. Throws to be caught. That's to be Horton. Gets about 4 maybe. It's be third down and about what 5 something like that. But yeah, because LSU won in 2003. 04 was a pretty good season, but they lost to us, so they had no shot of winning the SC West. And 05, I think, was a fine season for them, too. Shotgun formation on third down 5. Running back to his left. Drops back to pass, Ty Simpson. And he's going to throw us to be incomplete. Try to get to Wes Horton. And that's number 4. Is that the freshman? I think that's the freshman. Because we picked on him a lot in the Oklahoma game. But Horton is not able to corral it in. A little bit, I mean, actually, no, that's not a bad throw by Ty Simpson. Kind of puts it all on Horton. But unfortunately, he's not able to hold on to it. So 4th down and 5, got to punt this ball away. Yeah, I'm hoping everybody's doing well. Like I said, we got going into the weekend. You got Christmas coming this upcoming week, so things should be good. I mean, I'm very relieved. That's not a good punt at all. Goodness gracious! At like the 41-yard line is where Oklahoma's going to start off the ball. That was a pretty terrible punt. But yeah, like I said, I got all my grades in, all that kind of stuff. That took up a whole lot. Like I said, I was, like I said, dropping some stuff, moving some stuff around, trying to help out some students. I've been really trying to get like good grades. So that was a lot today. But for the most part, it's been a good day. Hopefully, we cap off on a good football game. Like I said, I expect it to be a defensive kind of game, but there's nothing in the rule book that says that a defensive-minded kind of game can't be good. I think it can be. As long as we either have good hits or we still have some good plays, but it's just defense like buckles up. That makes sense. That'll be fun. I mean, I don't know if anything will be as good as Thursday night. Yesterday night. Good Lord. Like I said, I was feeling sleepy. I was like, oh, I'm so tired, and and then that punt return happened. I'm like, oh, I'm up, I'm good, I'm ready, because like I said, it was. I had not been sleeping that well, and I was like tired. I was like ready to go to bed, and then all of a sudden that game turned into what it did. And like I said, granted, I'm glad that I was right about Seattle winning. I was worried for a second. I was like, dadgummit. I was like, I try to go with my gut, and then it was wrong, and then I'll be 1 point behind in the pick'ems. But then now I'm getting closer. I'm closer and closer to try to get that first place lead. And I'm not letting Luke let him know my picks before he likes to try to copy my picks. Because he's, like I said, he's a sore winner. He is. But I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win this year. I keep on coming to second place in the pick'ems. I'm sick and tired of it. I want to win. But I don't know. Congrats on the last day of school. Thank you so much there, Zoe. Yes, the last day of school. Students are happy. I'm happy. Going to Christmas break. And like I said, going to be seeing family for the first time in, well, not in a long time. It's been about like a month or so. But I still see them for quite some time. Basically been since Thanksgiving. They're going to go on a vacation, so I'm going to have some fun with that. So, like I said, I'm streaming today. Streaming Monday night. And then I'm trying to think of the next time that I'm going to be streaming. Um, so I'll have to check about that this weekend. Oh, it's Kyler Murray. But I'll check again this weekend, try to see what my availability is, and then I'll let y'all know on Monday what I'll be streaming, like especially like over um, the Christmas break. I know for sure I'm gonna be a little bit busy. All right, so 9:03 left to go in the first quarter. First down 10 from about the 41-yard line for Oklahoma, in great field position. Still hate Texas. Yeah, that's another thing too. I'm sure Texas is absolutely just seething the fact that Oklahoma and Texas A&M is like hosting playoff games, and they're just sitting there. Gonna be a toss. That's gonna be great. Actually, great pursuit there by 41. Only be a 2-yard gain, second down and 8. Initially, it looked like the running back number 6. Is that what's his name? They've had a lot of different running backs. I'm trying to remember the guy's name, but it looked like he had plenty of room. But great pursuit by number 41. It's be second down and 8. Yesterday, I'm glad I caught that game and did study. LOL. Great game. I got somewhat rested and somehow got a 99 on my final and got the 90 in the class I wanted. Let's freaking go. We got a 99 there, Manuel. Very proud of you, Manuel. Shotgun formation, drops back to pass. John Mateer throws across the middle. They caught by number 84 at about the 25-yard line. First down 10 for Oklahoma. And field goal range, but looking for a little bit more. Insane academic comeback. I had a 13 in the class when I first got put in it, and now I'm making A. That is crazy work right there, Daniel. A 13 to an A. I know that you were talking about yesterday how like you had to make like a really high A to get an A in that class. So, like I said, very proud of you, Emmanuel. We salute the work you put in. We salute the work you put in. From the 30, not 25, but from the 36-yard line, going to be a slow play action pass. John Mateer throws in the pocket, and oh my gosh, would have been a touchdown. John Mateer just like totally missed number 11. If he just threw it somewhat close to him, would have been a touchdown. Because I think that's on Hubbard. Is that Bray Hubbard that's supposed to be uncovered? I can't tell. Yeah, it's just a bad throw by Mateer. I don't know what he was thinking. Second down 10, 7:39 left to go in the first quarter. From 36. Went from full pistol, now going to be in Wildcat formation. Going to be a power by John Mateer, who's going to get up to the 30, up to the 25, and down by the 24-yard line. Now they're going to mark with 25. First down 10 for Oklahoma to gain of 11. So, like I said, using John Mateer's legs is basically how they were able to run the ball. Okay. Yeah, congratulations, Emmanuel. All right, it's first down 10. John Mateer showing his rushing stats, 434 yards and 7 touchdowns on the year. Oklahoma has a football sticker for having, I guess, 3-point and above GPA. Okay. Well, great job there by Alabama's defense. They tried to do a run play, and it goes right to the heart of that defense, and it did not budge. So it's second down 10. I know, I was kind of thrown off by there on John Mateer, there's like a 3.0 GPA like sticker on his helmet. I've never seen it before. So I was like, all right. 6:35 to go in the first quarter. Going to be full pistol. John Mateer going to be a play action pass. He's getting some pressure, and he's going to try to scramble out of play. Does throw it away. But it's going to be third down and 10. 6:20 left to go in the first quarter. Manuel, thank you, guys. It means a lot. Took a lot of work and sacrifice and forced myself to stop being lazy, LOL. But it was worth it. Now I can relax and probably work all break. Well, yeah, hey, ain't nothing wrong with getting a little paper. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a little paper. Like I said, I've saved up enough that I'm going to be able to enjoy a vacation as well. Because like I said, I definitely need it. Third down, 10 from the 25-yard line. Drops back a pass. Mateer is going to dump it off to number 24, up to the 20, and he's going to get the first down to the 15. 10-5, and he's out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. Unfortunately, can't tiptoe across that line, get in the end zone. But it'll be first down 10 for Oklahoma. First and goal, for Oklahoma at about the 6, maybe the 4-yard line, depends on where he stepped out. But yeah, Damani Jackson cannot hold on to him. So why in the world did he step out of bounds? Okay, so he's right here. Oh, okay, so he stepped out before. Okay, there must have been like a whistle I didn't hear. All right, first and goal. 5:44 left going first from the 8-yard line. Shotgun formation, number 24 to his right. 2 times set. Now motion over to the left. And Mateer is going to wait patiently, try to run. Is going to set up blocks. I mean, absolutely cooked. Who did he cook? Who was number 8? I mean, just got absolutely cooked by John Mateer. Scores touchdown. 6-0. 5:29 left to go in the first quarter. I mean, he just, I don't know. I don't think it was Lawson. I think it was number 8. I mean, shook him out of his boots. I say he's patiently waiting, let this block set up. Yeah, no, it's Brown. Okay, so number 2. It's Brown that got shook. I mean, he got shook bad too. All right, so kick is up, kick is good. So it is 7-0. After that, pretty bad punt by Alabama. Set up the pretty good field position at like the 41-yard line. Oklahoma drives on down the field using Mateer's legs and also big playability by number 24. And they take the early lead. Yeah, like I said, I don't mind if Oklahoma wins. I think Oklahoma's like defense will allow them to go deep in the playoffs. Like Oklahoma's defense against Indiana will be something to behold for sure. I mean, like I said, both of them really too. Like Alabama's defense is the same exact way, but like Oklahoma's front 4 is ridiculously good. Like ridiculously good. So I wouldn't mind either one of them. I wouldn't mind either one of them making it to Indiana. Like if I'm Indiana, I'm kind of upset. I'm kind of upset if I'm Indiana because I got to go against either Oklahoma or Alabama, and then Ohio State over here gets to face against either Miami or Texas A&M. 2 teams that are known to choke. Known, like for the last couple of years. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there are some things. There's some times where like where you land in the playoffs. Like, sure, you might be a higher seed, but you might be like in a worse position because of who you have to face and who you match up well too. Does OU get the ball out of the half? No, they start off with the ball. So Oklahoma starts off with the ball, so it's going to be Alabama who starts with the half. Because I don't think Oklahoma had 3 and out. I don't think they had 3 and out. I think they had like 1 first down or maybe 2, and they had to punt the ball away. Alabama did have a 3 and out, and then had to punt the ball away. So we will see if Alabama's actually able to do something. Because so far they were not able to. Like I said, it was a great throw by Ty Simpson to try to get to Isaiah Horton and get that first down. However, like I said, Horton was not able to hold on. So that's good. What was I saying? Oh, shoot. Oh, I know something. So, like I said, Oklahoma's front 4, really, really talented. Obviously, R. Mason Thomas. I love R. Mason Thomas. I do understand why he's getting dinged a little bit, like especially for NFL circles. Like he's probably going to be either late first round, maybe second round pick. He has the talent to be a mid first round pick, but like some of his, I think if I remember correctly, I think like his arms a little bit shorter than normal. Which I think is I think it's like a nitpicky kind of thing. It does affect somewhat, but like if you're talented enough, you have really good technique, like you can obviously rise above that. I think there's some people who take that as like, oh, if you have shorter arms, you can't play in the NFL. And I'm like, okay, so like Will Campbell at offensive line, Rashad Slater at offensive line, like, oh, that just doesn't matter anymore. It's like, no, like you can still play. And same thing for edge rushers too. Great job by Oklahoma on that return. I mean, absolutely just like clothesline the dude at the 15-yard line. So first down 10 with the 15-yard line for Alabama. Um, yeah, like I said, I like R. Mason Thomas in like a 3-4 outside linebacker kind of role. They're showing him right now. Right now he's a number six. Number six. Oh, it's Mel Kiper. No wonder, of course. Like I said, if I'm looking at R. Mason Thomas, I mean he's like right now either 3 or 4 edge rusher for me. So being six off like outside linebacker, not even counting defensive end, I think that's a little bit too low for R. Mason Thomas for me. Shotgun formation, running back to his right, drops back to pass, and is going to get sacked. But what are we doing? What are we doing? It's like they were trying to do like a screen pass to Ryan Williams, and I guess it was covered up, but then he just got hit in the back, and now he's sacked for like 10 yards. What are we doing? I can already tell you that Luke Moreland is texting my phone right now, and he's like, "I'm sick and tired of this team." That's 8-yard loss, second down 18. From the 6-yard line, shotgun formation, running back to his left. Ty Simpson drops back to pass, and he's going to throw across the middle. Be caught. That's up to the about the 14-yard line, number 80. So that's gain of about what? It's only third down. Third down about like what 7, maybe. Third down 7. Third down 6. Third down 10. I was totally off. Third down 10. Basically, they were 4. 4:18 left to go in the first quarter. Still 7-0. Going to be empty set. Looks like they bring the blitz too. Check it out. I mean, play clock is at 1, bud. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is another thing too that a lot of Bama fans are very upset about with Ty Simpson. We're constantly going to be checking the line at the play, which is fine in some sense, but like it's like 3 seconds left. You just got to have a hot route and then just throw to the hot route. You can't totally change up everything. Like it's just Bama's toast. What a shame. Like maybe like this still early in the game. But they're definitely hurting themselves. Like they're basically doing what they did in the first game, where they're dumb. There's some dumb play calls. Like I don't love the first down and 10. We're gonna try to do a screen pass to Ryan Williams out of the backfield. I don't love that. That's pretty much just telegraphed. But yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna say it just yet, mainly because I said they're only down 7-0. But if it starts getting that way, I'm like, I don't. If it starts getting like 14-0, Alabama's still not able to do anything on offense, then yeah, like it ain't looking too good. Have you started researching wide receivers for the draft? If so, any good second type wide receivers for the Falcons? Yeah, you're not getting Lemon. He's no Lemon. It depends. Okay, so Makai, like Lemon, I really like. I really like him as far as like being like a zone beater. Like, he's not the most fast, he's not the biggest, and all that kind of stuff, but like he understands space really, really well. And so if I'm looking for a guy like, all right, so if I'm looking for like a Garrett Wilson type of wide receiver in that kind of sense, like a zone beater, that's what I kind of feel like we're living right now, like in that same kind of vein of wide receiver. Um, So I think Makai's probably going to go 12 or 15. Like I said, I think that Jordan Tyson more like is going to go first. Like this is the first wide receiver taken. Like I said, a little bit bigger body than Makai Lemon. Has really great right running abilities too. So he's going to be probably the first one taken. As far as like wide receivers number 2. I mean, I really like Bernard. On Alabama, and because he's not like not the I don't want to say I'm not trying to diss him. He's not the most physically gifted, but like, dude, like if you watch a lot of Alabama football, which I've done, like Bernard has played like exceptionally well this year. And so if you're looking for a number two option to pair with Drake London, that would be an interesting pairing. Obviously, like I say, you still have Darnell Mooney, but it's just not really working out that well. Um, but another wide receiver you could possibly take. Um, trying to think who's all coming back. There's been a couple people who decided to come back too, and also trying to find people who were like not what you already have on the team. I'll think about that for a little bit. So 3rd down 10, 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Shotgun formation, running back to his right. Drops back to pass, only rushing 4. Makes one man miss. Is going to throw his back foot, and that's going to be incomplete. 4th down 10. Got to punch ball away. This is the second straight 3 and out. That's a great job there by I think it's the middle linebacker. Yeah, middle linebacker. Face like he's going to be blitzing. Then loops back around for a little twist action. And again, Ty Simpson's face. So 4th down 10, 3:53 left to go in the first quarter. And yeah, it's not great. Not great. I've seen some mocks having us take Jeremy Bernard, but IDK, if he's making it to us, very sad. Mooney didn't work out. Another reason to hate Raheem Morris. He rushed Mooney back too quick. I kind of see that. Like I said, I think there's a chance that Atlanta decides to go in the goes in the direction of free agency, maybe. But like I said, I think it'd be better if you take a draft since you're already going to be paying Drake London so much more money. Eventually got paid Kyle Pitts. And I think that you're probably going to be doing that. I don't know how much you're going to be paying him, but you're going to be paying him probably a good bit if you feel like you can use him effectively. Big if. So not a great punt. Almost was blocked up to the 46-yard line. So 1st down 10, he throws me up to number 12. I do like him, number 12 for Oklahoma. He's pretty solid tight end. Gains about 7 yards. 2nd down 3. 3:30 left to go in the first quarter. Yeah, I do think Bernard's going to fall a little bit, just because I don't think there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to be trying to get a wide receiver like Bernard, because most people will try to look for their number ones, not really a compliment, and y'all are looking for a compliment. So gonna be a handoff to the running back who's going to get the first down, gets right at the first down, depends on the spot. Yeah, they're going to give him about 3 yards there. 1st down 10 on the 35-yard line. Once again, Oklahoma in field goal range for the field goal kicker, but obviously went a little bit more. 2:55 to go in the first quarter. Alabama's defense got to shape up here. I mean, obviously you're down. If you get down 10-0, it's not great, but it's better than being down 14-0. Right now it's 101-5 as far as total yards. It's been all Oklahoma. Going to send running back into motion. Going to be a handoff to the running back who's going to try the right side and gets absolutely tumbled. Goodness gracious. He jumped into the air and got flipped. Got 5 yards, though. So 2nd down 5. Kyle Pitts, the man who's played with my heart more than any girl has. He's shown you things you've never seen before. Yeah, he's shown you things you've never seen before. You know you can get over him. But I think you can commit to him. I think you can commit to him after seeing the season he's had. I think you can commit to Kyle Pitts, and just hoping that he doesn't break your heart again. All right, so shotgun formation on the 30-yard line. Running back to his right, going to be a pitch out there, and somehow he gets 2 yards. Well, actually, no, get 3 yards. So we 3rd down 2. A little bit of tussle going on the sideline. There's a flag, so it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't know if it's going to be on the defense or the offense. The back judge is the one who threw the flag. So let's see here. I'm trying to see if they're throwing on Alabama or on Oklahoma. If it's Oklahoma, stupid decision, going to back yourself up instead of being 3rd down 2. Let's see here. All right, so I think it's on the offense. Yep. Because Brett Venables is fed up. You can look at his face; is fed up. So, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So, I was going to back up Oklahoma. I mean, it was going to be 3rd and 2. That's the thing. It'd be 3rd and 2. Yeah, yeah, 55, just late hit on one of the safeties. I don't know why you want to do that. There's no reason to do it, but do it anyways. So now it's 3rd and 18. Like I said, it was third and like 3 or 2, like 2 or 3, and now it's 3rd and 18, and you're outside field goal range right now. Quick throw has to be caught, and that's going to be basically up to the 40. Oh, basically man missed 35 and down to the 32. So hey, that's a pretty good job by Oklahoma there, getting back some of the yards, making it a little bit more manageable to try to get a field goal out of this. Because like it's still 4th down and 8, but I mean they have dead to rights too. Number 5, a little slippery. So it's going to be, let's see, how long is this field goal? Are they going for it? No, I'm about to say no, they're not. Okay, so 4th down and 8. 101 left to go in the first quarter. Tate Sandell, the one that had the hiked up, yep, still has them. Show off those knees. It's a 51-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up and kick it. Oh my gosh, is that? He made it. It looked ugly, but he made it. So 10-0. 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Oklahoma still has a 2-score lead. You can still see that Brett Venables is still pissed off. I mean, it was, like I said, it was 3rd down and like 2 or 3, and you decided to do something stupid like that. Yeah, it don't look right. It looked kind of ugly, but it makes it there. I don't know if Pitts can play next to London. They play very similarly, and when London's been healthy, they never throw to Pitts. I know that Kyle Pitts' only good season rookie year came in a year where we had absolutely no other talent in the passing game department. But here's the other thing too. If you have a creative offensive coordinator, which you have not had, you could make Kyle Pitts and Drake London work really well together. Like it's a possibility that you can really make that work together, especially with the fact that Kyle Pitts, being the big body that he is, being the as fast as he is as tight end, you could have both. You could have them work interchangeably, where he could be theoretically, he could be like the stereotypical X receiver in a certain position, where you have Drake London working more of a slot role, because Drake London can work in the slot. So like, you can move Drake London a lot more, and still have Kyle Pitts be like in a dominant role that he could still be able to play, because he played that in college. He's played that a couple times too. So I think if you utilize Kyle Pitts correctly, you could make it into a very dangerous offense with all the different talent you already have. Like if you just had a really solid slot, you could still make Kyle Pitts, Drake London, whoever that might be, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, have like a really dynamic offense where you can interchange people in different situations and be matchup nightmares for a lot of teams. Like Drake London in the slot is a nightmare for a lot of cornerbacks. 1st down 10 for the 25-yard line, shotgun formation. Going to be a handoff to Jam Miller. He's going to try the left side, and he's going to get about 7 yards. And so great job there by Jam Miller. I should go get about 8 yards. 2nd down 2. Sorry about that. 28 seconds. And they're going to try to do one play. Good. So it's 2nd down 3. Ten, 9, 8, 7. Probably going to try to get him to jump off sides. Nope. Going to be a handoff. Jam Miller, who's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be it. So it's 3rd down 2. We come back from the end of the first quarter. I mean, they could have just let the clock wind out. That's what I thought they were going to do. I thought they were going to try to get him to jump off sides, but they ran a play, and it got 0 yards. So. There we go. The other thing is this, like, Alba's offense has been anemic the last how many quarters? Um, they were able to move the ball against Oklahoma, but they still had like the turnovers that were being like the main factor and the reason why they lost. Because like Ty Simpson still had some good throws, but then he also had the pick. He had the fumble, which, like I said, he was not paying attention. He got hit from behind, but that really changed the tide. Then, like I said, you had the Eastern Illinois game. Then you had the Auburn game, where basically, like I said, that first part, like I said, it looked like it was going to be a blowout. And then Auburn came back because their defense was also keeping us in the game, where they really much shut down Alabama's offense. And it's just been like since that time, like Alabama's offense has just been, like I said, just not been there. Like you had Ty Simpson looking good. You had Jam Miller looking good, and then all of a sudden Auburn's defense just like locks in, which, like I said, we have a really good defense. That makes sense, but like we locked in, and then they just couldn't do anything. And then against Georgia, obviously, like, so you couldn't do anything. And then right now, you're not really doing anything either. So you're at third down and like third down 2 or 3. You've already had like 3 and outs. You only have like I think like it's like not 3 minutes. So I think it's like 2 minutes of actual time, like of possession. So Alabama's got to do something. Like either they got to get a first down and get some kind of drive going, even if it doesn't result in points. Just get something like positive motivation going forward. Or you got to have your defense come in clutch and get you like a turnover. Because like right now, it is quite literally all Oklahoma. It is also where you already lost this team. You're on the road. So in order to kind of quiet the crowd, it kind of needs to do something. So it's, like I said earlier, I can't remember who it was, but like I said, I don't think that I was over and done. Because like I said, it's just the first quarter. But you gotta get something going, or else it's gonna get to where like it's gonna be very hard for you to try to make a comeback, especially on the road against this kind of defense. So yeah. So third down and 3? I think we said third down 3, third down 2. That's gracious. Third down 3. Shotgun formation, run back to his right. Drops back to pass, and Ty Simpson throws. This will be incomplete. Try to get to Horton. Horton's like asking for a penalty, but he's not going to get it. So it's going to be fourth down and 3. Alabama at the 32-yard line. Okay, I see what Horton's talking about. I see what they're talking about. Yeah, no, that should have been a pass interference. Yes, that should have been pass interference. I can understand why they're upset. Like I said, he definitely was grabbing, and like I said, like jersey like this and balls in the area, like that's technically should be pass interference or hold, whatever you want to call it. Like that should have been a first down for Alabama. And another bad punt. Good Lord. Is it like 20 is it 20 miles per hour wind? Why is it so bad? You're punting from like the 30 something yard line, and then it goes all the way to like the 40-yard line. Like that's a horrendous punt. Horrendous punt. Goodness gracious. Parker, how you doing? Parker, football season over with now. No, like I said, it's only down 10-0. Now they go down 17-0. Bama's going to have a little hard time getting through. Oh, they're showing Arbuckle like chewing his butt out. The guard who hit the safety late that caused me third down 18. All right, Wildcat formation. Jean Mateer drops back to pass. Is gets pressure, throws across the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. Try to get to number 5, number 7 there for Alabama, knocking that ball away. Second down 10. Like I said, Alabama's defense has got to see that could have been pass interference too. Got there early. Yeah, that could have been pass interference too. We got there early. especially that back of his hit the back of his head before the ball even got there. Second down, I guess they're just not going to call anything. Going to be a handoff to number 24, who's going to try in the heart of Alabama defense. Gets like maybe two. Third down and 8 from the 39-yard line. All right, see if I can get us up here. Third down, 8. Going fast paced. Mateer trying to get him up, jump off sides. We shotgun formation, running back to his right. Alabama looking to blitz. Only bringing 3. Drops back to pass. And Mateer rolls out to his right. He's going to throw on the run. It's going to be caught. Did he catch it? Brown says he caught it. They're going to say catch. Now, obviously, this has got to be reviewed. But let's see here. So, does he have that? It looks like a catch right there. Yeah, that's a catch. That is an incredible catch. That is an incredible catch by Brown. Holy crap. He stays in bounce. Somehow, some way, that's a catch. Obviously, they're going to review it. Unless the ball moved when he went down, like he catches it at the point. He's got his, like, both toes are down. Like he's definitely got the catch. It just is, did it survive all the way down? See here, right here. Bam. I say he's still got it right here. Toes are down. That right toe is definitely down. I mean, that's incredible body control. That is incredible body control by Brown. Holy crap. I mean, he's going full. That's incredible body control. Is it time to fire Kalen DeBoer now? No, Parker, it is not. It is not time to fire Kalen DeBoer. Like I said, I know there's a lot of push by it for some Alabama fans because they can't handle the fact. Oh, it's Burks, so not Brown. My bad, Burks. There's a lot of Bama fans who are pushing that narrative. Some because that's what some of the pundits have told them they should be pushing it. Because like, there's some people who from Michigan who want Kalen DeBoer, but like no, like Alabama's. I'm trying to be gracious. Alabama's athletic director, Alabama's board of trustees are not going to be stupid enough to fire Kalen DeBoer after 2 seasons with the whole entire bye that they do have, and also set a bad precedent. Fakes the pitch. John Mateer drops back a pass, throws across the middle, and that's going to be a bullet pass. That's going to be a first down 10 by the 31, 32-yard line by Burks once again. First down 10. Oh, where was they at? Oh, no, Parker just deleted his messages. Oh, okay. All right, first down 10. 13-11 left to go in the second quarter. Still 10-0, and Oklahoma is driving on down the field. Going to be a handoff to the left side, who's going to get, he's going to lose like about 2 yards. Great job there by Alabama's defense. And it's going to be second down and 12. So they slow played that really, really well. Like I said, it was Robinson trying to get the left side. Like I said, number 10's there. So is Bray Hubbard as well. So almost forced a fumble. Ooh, that would have been nice. Oh, that would have been nice. But Jefferson with the tackle. So it says second down 11. It's like a second down like 11 and a half. Shotgun formation. Drops back to pass. Throws to the right side. Up to caught. That's going to be Burks once again. Gets, fights for another couple of yards, but gets about 6 yards on the carry. And it's going to be a third down about 5. How much is Kirby Smart's buyout? I'll check that one on that one there, Parker, in a second. I know it's probably absolutely massive, if I had to guess. Also, he's not going to be leaving Georgia. Like I said, he's in the best situation he possibly could be in. Third down 5 from the 23-yard line. If you're trying to see if Bama's going to try to take Kirby Smart, that's not going to happen. Draws back to pass. John Mateer surveying the field. He's got plenty of time. Throws across the middle, and that's going to be caught. And that's going to be down to the 7-yard line, first down 10, Oklahoma. And Oklahoma is so close to making it a 17-point game this early in the game. Alabama, you gotta get a turnover here. I'm sorry, I want to give you a benefit of the doubt, but you gotta have some kind of turnover here because your offense has been anemic. Right now, your back's against the wall. If you're down 17-0 with the way your offense is playing, I don't think that you'll be able to do that. From the 7-yard line, first and goal. John Mateer drops back a pass and is going to throw for the end zone, and wide open is number 5. Oklahoma takes a 16-0 lead, 10:51 left to go second quarter. There's still a whole bunch of time left, but Alabama has looked absolutely horrendous. So they gotta do at least try to get a first down. At least try to get a first down in this game because you haven't. It's been pretty abysmal. So kick is up, kick is good. So it is 17-0. Leave Kirby alone. He's mine. Yeah, there, Emmanuel. All right, so let me check and see. I'm pretty sure it's probably in the 70 million range, I would guess. Because Kirby signed his extension not that long ago, but it was long ago. That's got to be decent. So let's see here, buyout. Holy crap. Okay, so no. So right now, this was back in October 9th, 2025. Kirby Smart's buyout is $105 million. $105 million. Ryan Day is at 70.9 and Kalen DeBoer is at 60.8. That is crazy. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Has there ever been a shutout in the college football playoffs before? Yes, there has. Ohio State versus Clemson, 2016, I believe. 2016 and 2018. It was when J.T. Barrett was a quarterback for Ohio State. I do believe that it was Deshaun Watson. So I think it is 2016. 38-0. It was 38-0 was in the college football playoff, 14 playoff. There's also been, I'm trying to remember, was the Michigan State Alabama game, was that a shutout too in 2015? They shut out Michigan. I got to double check and make sure. But I'm pretty sure, I know for a fact that 38-0, but let's see here if Michigan State also was one, so to make sure if I got the correct date right. Clemson, 38-0. It's 2019. Well, that's not 2019. 31-0. Oh, okay. So 31-0 was the 2016 Fiesta Bowl, so not 30, but 31. And then Alabama versus Michigan State. Let's see here. That one was 30-0. Okay, so I had them. I switched. So in 2015, Alabama, led by Derrick Henry, whooped the dog mess out of Michigan State, 38-0. And then the next year, Clemson obliterated Ohio State, 31-0. So yes, there's been two shutouts in a college football playoff game. Dang it, I was so close. I was so close to getting that one exactly right. The 38-0 did ring a bell. So I switched them, but it's still good. We're still good. Oklahoma's fans are absolutely outstanding. I mean, they're loving it right now. You're up 17-0. You have a chance of going to the Rose Bowl right now to go against Indiana. All you gotta do is don't choke it away, and you're perfectly fine. Keyword is don't choke it away. Don't be like the Rams. There we go. Learn lessons from NFL. Don't be like the Rams. All right, it's first down 10 for Alabama at the 25-yard line. Ty Simpson breaks out. Empty set. Drops back to pass and is getting almost collapsed in the pocket. Rolls out, throws me incomplete. Try to get to Ryan Williams. Second down 10. Like I said, I mean they were just, I mean the front the two defensive tackles run a stunt and it's like they're so incredible at playing it. Like Jackson, number 65, is really good. He's only a sophomore too, which is crazy to think. Gonna send number 4 in motion. Shotgun formation. Gonna be a hand. Oh, flash pass. Throws to be caught, and that's gonna be a gain of about 5 yards there. It's gonna be third down and 5. Getting to Brooks. Third down and 5. 10:33 left to go in the second quarter. Alabama has had 3 straight 3-and-outs. Just gonna put that out there just for the time being. Oh, there's Luke. How you doing? How you doing, Luke? I know you're feeling amazing. Third down and 5. Let's see if we're gonna have a 3-and-out. Are we having a 3-and-out? Maybe, possibly. That black hoodie doesn't have his magic anymore. Shotgun formation. Running back to his right. Gonna send Bernard into motion. Draws back a pass. Throws on his back foot, and that's going to be caught with number 17 up to the 39-yard line. Oh, sorry, the 41-yard line. First down 10 for Alabama. The first down of the day for Alabama. Luke, if DeBoer isn't found dead by Sunday, I'm going to have a problem. You probably will have a problem. But you know what the problem is? It's because he didn't found dead after making an amazing comeback, which is about to happen right now. We're about to see it in front of our very eyes. Alabama's going to make a comeback, and then you're going to be eating your words there, Luke. Probably not, but it could happen. You've seen it happen yesterday. For the 41-yard line, shotgun formation, run back to his left. Ty Simpson drops back a pass. He's got some time, is running out of time, and it's going to just shot put that forward. Technically, there is a tight end in the area, but that could have easily been a pick, and now he's jawing at number 55. Not a wise decision, but I respect the moxie. But yeah, he initially has plenty of time. Then he's like losing it. I'm going to shot put it. Almost could be a pick. So not the best decision by Ty Simpson. But it's not a turnover. So we haven't had a turnover yet. Second down 10. I say yet because I know it's probably going to come. 9:06 left to go second quarter. Going to be pistol formation. Now it's going to be shotgun formation with Jalen Miller to his left. Going to send Bernard in motion over to the left. Draws back to pass. And throws across the middle. Let's be caught. That's what's 20 up to about the... Why did he stumble? About the 18-yard line. And that, of course, is Alabama's second first down of the day. Zoe, I have no idea what college coaches get paid, so I don't really have a way to gauge how bad that buyout is. College coaches get paid, like Kirby Smart is getting paid, I want to say like in the $16, $17 million per year range, so it's pretty significant. Drops back to pass. Ty Simpson's in the pocket, is going to throw, and that's going to be dropped. Not the best pass, unfortunately, by Ty Simpson. Second down 10. So Kirby Smart's like the highest paid football coach. He's getting paid like $16, $17 million per year. I think he just signed his contract, what was that, 2 seasons ago? When did he sign that contract? I think it was about 2 seasons ago. But yeah, his contract is big. Kalen DeBoer contract was $100 million. Now it's down to about $70 million, which is still significant enough. Yeah, some of these buyout contracts in college sports is a lot more significant than it should be. Going to be a handoff to J-Mo. Is going to try the left side, and Caden Proctor is trying to get out of the way instead of blocking. Like, you can still help block Caden Proctor and be like, oh, well, I'm in the way. I don't understand why he did that. Like, he could have, it's fine. Still gain about 4 yards, third down 6. Just don't love that from Caden Proctor. 8:05 to go second quarter. Still 17-0. But Alabama can make it a two-score game. Shotgun formation. Going to send Bernard into motion. Checking at the line. 6 left to go in play clock. Ty Simpson drops back a pass. Is going to roll out, throw on the run, and be caught. Still be short of the first down. It'll be 4th down 2 at the 10-yard line. Well, that's a bad spot. That's a bad spot. That's a 4th down 2, not 4th down 3. I don't like that. I don't like that spot. Okay. Anyways. 7:25 going fourth quarter. Second quarter. 4th and 2. Sorry about that. All right, so Ty Simpson, pistol formation. Now going to be bunch to the left. Drops back a pass. Throws to be caught. That's going to be first down. That's going to be 17. 5 and in for the score. I mean, did like a little spin move. Like not even a spin move, like a spin cycle into the end zone. So 4th and 2. Kalen DeBoer done it before, did it again. And gets to Ladzier. Is that Ladzier? Is that his name? Brooks, number 17, for the touchdown on 4th down 2, like I said. Basically, bunch formation. There's only 2 defenders there. That's also bad on Oklahoma's part. Why you only have 2 defenders when you see that there is a bunch formation? There's 3 guys. So, I don't understand that from Oklahoma's perspective. But, kick is up, kick is good. So, it's 17-7. 6:52 left in the second quarter. Alabama's defense is pretty good. Let's see if possibly Alabama's defense is going to stop. Especially if they can get some kind of turnover, which they desperately need. How much is Eli Drinkwitz buyout? Let's see, because he just signed that extension, so I don't know what Eli Drinkwitz buyout is now, because he just signed that extension. So let's see here. Let's see here. Eli. There we go. Let's see here. $5 million? That doesn't sound right. That makes no sense. How is it only $5 million? Okay, so it seems that I didn't know this about the new contract that he signed, but it seems like it's like set up that they know that there's a possibility that he might leave for another job, and they're making it easier on them. Because when I saw the $5 million, like that's crazy, only $5 million. But it looks like they're setting it up where they know that eventually Eli is going to be leaving. There is potential for Eli Michigan, which I don't think that they should. Like if I'm Eli, I stay. I don't like honestly, and I don't want to be dogging on Michigan, but like if I'm a head coach, okay, if I'm a head coach and I've had success where I'm at, do I leave where I'm at right now, which is either comparable or like the next step below, but I'm still in a good situation? Do I leave that for a situation that right now you have a lot of turmoil, you have huge expectations already, and with right now where there's a little bit of a problem going on with the actual program, like do you leave a good spot for potential better glory, but you leave like where you're comfortable? Like, I don't know. Like obviously, like I said, if you're a head coach, you have a lot of drive to try to be like the best possible person you can possibly be. So when like these kind of jobs are open, like you could go for it. Yeah, they're showing another 4th and 2 Iron Bowl play. Love to see that. But yeah, like I said, I wouldn't understand a head coach who obviously you're going to have great opportunities in the future, would leave a good situation right now where you're in the situation you would be coming into will be setting yourself up way further back than where you are right now. Like obviously with the resources that Michigan has, you can get back on track. But where Eli's at right now, he's in a good spot where he doesn't have the expectations that other people would have. He already has gotten it to a point where like he can have like a steady program, and you're still going to have odd job offers like in the future. Like just next year, you're going to have a good amount of job offers. First, potentially good spots too. So like I would understand why you wouldn't want to leave just yet. Especially when you have Hardy, like for another year, like just stay at Missouri for another year. You have Hardy for another year, and then you can leave after then. But first down, 10 to the 25-yard line, shotgun formation. Going to be a screen pass to Burks up to the 30, up to the 35, up to about the 40-yard line. First down, 10 for Oklahoma. They are definitely feeding Burks right now. 17-7, 6:40 left to go in the second quarter. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't do it, but like I'm not Eli Drinkwitz, so I don't know his mindset. From the 40-yard line, shotgun formation, running back to his right. Checking out the line. They got to hurry up. 10, 9, 8, 7. Got to hurry up. 5. There we go. Going to be a QB power who's going to get about 4. Well, it depends on the spot. Yeah, get about 4. Second down, 6. Again, like that's the one concern we're kind of having about for Oklahoma is that their running success has been really through John Mateer, like pretty strictly through John Mateer. It can work, but it does limit you. Right now, the total yards is 200 to 87. Obviously, like I said, it was a lot worse earlier on, but Alabama was able to drive down the field. 5:30 let's go in the second quarter. Second down, 6. Shotgun formation, runner to his right, drops back to pass. Mateer is scrambling to his right, throws in the run, caught, and that's going to be a gain of about 3 yards in the play. Third down and 3. Huge play here for Alabama, trying to get a stop here, trying to get in, hopefully get good field position. But right now, Oklahoma is teetering on the brink of trying to get into midfield. They're going to try, especially if they get a first down, they can continue to try to drain the clock. And like I said, yes, technically, Alabama does start with the ball start second half. You're hoping you can get a stop here, have a nice drive where you can cut down the lead to 1 score, and you get the ball start second half. 2 tight ends to the right, running back to his right, Mateer in shotgun formation. Drops back to pass, and is getting a late blitz, and he's going to avoid the sack, going to roll it to his right, is going to throw across his body a floater, and it's going to be dropped. Oh, number 24, Anderson, the running back. He dropped what would have been a touchdown. It's 4th and 3. They got to punt the ball away. Mateer, like I said, didn't see the nickel blitz until later. Avoids the sack, rolls out, could have easily gotten the first down. He has so much green grass, could have easily gotten the first down. But he tried to throw the dagger because it would have been a touchdown more than likely. And he drops it. He drops it right through his fingertips. Oh, no, there's no new messages. My bad. All right, so delay again, kind of passing, kind of pushing them back a little bit more for them to be able to. Goodness gracious. I know that Brent Venables has a lot of gum. That's a whole lot of gum. He's been like Pete Carroll over here, showing a whole bunch of gum. I'm sick and tired of seeing the. I don't want to see his knees. I said it before, but I really don't want to see his knees. It's like you cut it off. All right, punt is underway. Oh, he fumbled oh my gosh, he fumbled it. And it's recovered by Alabama at the 30-yard line. The punter muffed the punt, and it's Tim Keenan with the recovery. How in the world did Tim Keenan get the ball? 4:23 left to go in the second quarter. Alabama has great field position. Oklahoma screwed themselves up. Like, again, It could have been easily first down. Easy a first down if he just ran the ball, but he decided, no, I'm gonna throw it. The punter, before he could punt, lost control of the ball, muffed it, then had to pick it up, and for some reason, it is Tim Keenan who is there, is going to knock it away, and is going to roll over and pick it up. And so it's a first down 10 from the 30-yard line for Alabama, and they have life. Again, they get the ball started second half. If Alabama gets a touchdown here, holy crap. I formation from a 30-yard line. Going to be a play action pass. Ty Simpson's got time. Survey the field, throws, and be caught up to the 15-yard line. First down 10 for Tim. I'm about to say Tim Horton. I was thinking about the coffee. Up to about the 15-yard line. It's a pretty good pass. So 16-yard line, under center. Now, going to be empty set. Ty Simpson, taking a sweet pressure time. Drops back a pass, gets pressure, and it's going to be, oh my gosh. Again with what? Okay, first of all, let me look back at that offensive line. Why in the world is a defensive lineman just rolling like, all right, let's see right tackle here. What are we doing? What are we doing right tackle? What are we doing? Oh, there's some miscommunication for sure. I mean, granted, like I said, he's technically doing what he's supposed to be doing, which is taking the inside, but there's like some miscommunication. You got to be able to look and see, like, hey, there's possibility this linebacker could be blitzing, so let's keep an eye on him. Just ridiculous, some stupid stuff. So loss of 7 yards, second down 17, the 23-yard line. Drops back to pass, throws, and it's going to be caught. It's going to be Horton, and once again, makes a one-man miss, and gets about 5. Yeah, third down 12. 2:52 left go second quarter. When I said that I could feel a choke coming, that didn't mean that is what I want. Well, you didn't ask for it there, Emmanuel, so I'm sorry. You can't always get what you want, but, you can try sometimes. And you just might find that you get what you need, honestly. I mean, you want Alabama to win, don't you? You want Alabama to win so they can beat Indiana, and then you can find your way to play Alabama in the national title game, and then maybe Georgia can win. Shotgun formation. Going to have Bernard coming to motion. Drops back to pass. And it's supposed to be a screen pass. I don't know why it failed miserably. So 4th down 11, got to kick a field goal. All right, well, that failed miserably. Let's see here. It was a twist that wrecked it. Oh, okay. So it was a twist that wrecked it. The edge rusher was kind of in the way for number 20. So that's just really good defense, if I'm being honest. It paired it really well with what they were trying to do. So this is a 35-yard field goal attempt by Connor Talty. Not the best kicker. And he makes it. So it is going to be 10-17, 2:08 left to go in the second quarter. So with that, they make it a one-possession game. You get the ball started second half. All I got to do is keep Oklahoma from making it in the end zone or kicking a field goal before the end of the half. I'm surprised that you, the Auburn fan, wants Bama to win more than me, who doesn't have a big of a horse in the race. Look, I could care less who wins. I obviously don't like Alabama. I don't really like Oklahoma. But I'm also not a complete hater. Like, I'll say this. I think, based upon Alabama's potential of offense, I think Alabama has a better shot of beating Indiana. I think that Oklahoma still can. But the fact that Oklahoma's offense is so determined by John Mateer, like, you can't run the ball really without anybody besides John Mateer. Like, that concerns me a lot. And, like, that defense is wasted because of that fact. So I think that both teams can beat Indiana. I think both teams have a good shot. But I just want a good game. I picked Alabama to win, so that's almost a root for them to win. And also, I can rub in the face of Luke if they do win, because Luke always does not want to believe in his team. And I'm an Auburn fan. I can believe in Alabama if I want to, and then I can rub in his face that I'm a true fan because I believed. There you go. But like I said, I don't really care. I just want for whoever has the best shot at beating Indiana, so have a better shot of an SEC team winning the national title, so that we can get back on track of like still being able to keep up that narrative that SEC football is still the best conference. Because right now it is. What's the best way to put this? Obviously, most people still believe that SEC is the best conference, but we've also not won the last two national titles, which the Big Ten has. So, if you want to say that you're the best, you've got to be the best at the very end of the season, and so that's all I'm hoping for. Because right now, I don't feel confident. But I think Texas A&M will beat Miami. But I don't feel confident with Texas A&M versus Ohio State. And so I think that's going to be one less SEC team that we have. And then, but we're already going to have one SEC team in the semifinals because we're going to have Oklahoma. Not Oklahoma. We're going to have either Ole Miss or Georgia. More likely Georgia. And then, like I said, we'll have either Oregon or Texas Tech be the other guy. So like, I don't know. I would feel more comfortable if it's like Alabama versus Indiana. Also, that'll be an interesting story too because like Kalen DeBoer got his big break being the offensive coordinator for Indiana with Michael Penix. Then he goes to Fresno State. Then he goes to Washington. Now he's at Alabama. So there's also that. Hey there, Dubby. How you doing? How you doing? It is the best conference ever. Yes, we hope so. We hope that we can continue that. We can continue that storyline, continue that narrative, but we have to prove it. I'm very concerned if we do not, and it is another big top to bottom. It is, but like still gonna be a keeper by John Mateer. He only gets about 2 yards in play, and it's gonna be 2nd down and 8. Going to the 2-minute warning. That's the reason why, like, I like the video that I made, how to fix the college football playoff. Like, the scheduling issue that I think is a huge thing for us. If we could have, like, an SEC versus Big Ten weekend, like, that would be so good for college football. Like, SEC versus Big Ten, ACC versus Big 12. That's huge for the networks to be able to pump it up, especially like in the off season of like Ohio State versus Texas was a big one that got talked about for forever. Imagine Ohio State versus Alabama. Imagine Auburn versus Michigan. Imagine I'm thinking like just like that like dynamic. Georgia versus Penn State. Not Georgia. I'm saying LSU versus Iowa. Like, I don't know. That'd be interesting to say the least. Like, I don't know. Like I said, technically, like I said, top to bottom, SEC is better. But like, if you want to do like a strength schedule, you could show like, hey, SEC for the most part beat Big Ten, like same as with the basketball does. And I don't really watch that much basketball, but like, I know the out-of-conference games you play at the very beginning before you go to your conference play is going to help determine, like, sometimes seeding because it'll be like, okay, here's what you played, here's how you did, here's like, how they end up doing. Like, it's important. It's important to play good teams. And so if the SEC did what I was proposing, which is like, SEC versus Big Ten, where every single year it changes based upon how you finish the season, who you face off against, which could, one, help indicate how, how positions are maintained. So who's going to be in the top 12, because you can determine, like, oh, well, who's better? Well, we already know who's better because they played each other. But the same as I think happened with Miami and Notre Dame is that, like, based upon how the conference, how the CFP does its thing, you look at the fact that, oh, crap. Like, Miami beat Notre Dame, even though it's the very, very beginning of the season, the head-to-head still matters. And so that's what I'm saying is, like, I think, like, it would be a fantastic addition to college football if we made either like the second weekend in the season or something like that, make it to where it is important like matchups instead of being like a lot of cupcakes, which is what it normally is. Like week 2 is normally like cupcake weekend. Instead of being cupcake weekend, it can be okay. Well, you're going to determine if you're going to be good or not, or you can determine how strong your season is going to be. Just saying. Let's see here. Sup, Bear Man? Yeah, there you go, Adobe. Is there anyone in the community that is a CFP fan, not of the SEC? Let's see here. See, the director, he's an Oklahoma fan. We got Mizzou fan, Florida fan, Georgia fan, Auburn fan. I'm trying to think if we do. Shotgun formation, drops back to pass, second down 8. And Mateer throws across the middle, and that's going to be high, but still caught up to the 50-yard line by number 84. First down 10 for Oklahoma. I can't think of it. No, Baconator is an Alabama fan. We're not sure. It seems like all of us are SEC. Baconator is, he is an Alabama fan. He's Alabama and Browns fan. Like I said, Baconator has been here for quite some time. About 2 years. He was on the first Tom Grossi raid that I had. I think Baconator showed up. Drops back to pass the first down 10. Is going to try to scramble, and he's going to lose about 4 yards. Second down to 14. 1:28 left to go in the first half. Clock continues to run down. Let's see here. Or what if Baconator was a Notre Dame fan? If I knew that, I would not have called them very overrated in front of them. Yeah, now, like I said, he is in fact an Alabama fan. Like I said, Alabama and Browns fan. I'm trying to remember if I asked him how does that feel being an Alabama and Browns fan, being like part of like one of the biggest dynasties, and then being part of like one of the worst run programs or worst run franchises in modern NFL history. I think I asked him that before, but I can't remember if I did or not. But if I hadn't, then that's a wasted opportunity for me. I could have sworn I asked him that before. But anyways, he's a why are we looking at the kicker? We get it. He shot off his knees. Second down, 13. Shotgun formation, right back to his right. Drops back to pass, quick pass, and picked off. Oh my gosh, 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, pick 6. Holy crap. Brown. Holy crap. And just like that, it is tied up with an extra point. John Mateer, how dumb are you? How dumb are you? Holy crap. Hey, Luke, how you feel, bud? Huh? You didn't think you had a chance, but I keep on trying to tell you you have a chance, Luke. You always do. You always do. And you don't believe me, but I keep on telling you. I'm not even an Alabama fan, but I'm saying on business there, Luke. I told you. I told y'all. Kick is up, kick is good. 17-17, 1:18 left to go in the second quarter. Alabama has come back down 17-0 to tie it up. That had to be the worst for Baconator when A.J. McCarron was drafted by the Bengals. Probably so. I haven't seen Baconator here in a while. Yeah, like I said, he shows up every now and then. A lot of times he'll show up like in the comment section for some of the videos. He'll watch some of the videos. He might not come to some of the streams, but I've seen him. Or like when I made like posts talking about like certain things, like he's commented a couple times. I called it. Ain't Clutch Bone in Oklahoma, huh? Well, I told you. I still want to fire it. I know you do, Luke. I know you do. Like I said, I'm interested to see, Luke, what you might have texted me. Like I said, I'm not gonna check it after the game. I'll probably call you after the game, there, Luke. But yeah, no, it's I love being right. I love being right. Then again, we're saying this, but it's still like a whole entire half of football to go. But like, you can't deny the fact that like a lot of people want to bury people way too early, and You just can't. You can't. Like I said, like it was like 10 minutes left to go in second quarter, and I was like, I don't really know if you can do that. I don't know if you can do that. Like, um, it didn't look good, but you can't technically bury somebody when you have like one. I think Alabama has a better offense than Oklahoma, and like I said, you have a good defense. And I said that you need a turnover, and there you go. You got yourself a turnover. Shotgun formation, going to be a screen pass and bat at the line, and that's going to be second down and 10. Great job there by Alabama's defense. 1:14 left to go in second quarter, second down and 10. Now, Alabama only has one timeout. Oklahoma has all three. All right, full pistol. Now I'm going to break it up. Going to be shotgun formation. Actually, no, sorry, going to be empty set. Sorry about that. John Mateer drops back a pass, throws across the middle, and that's going to be 30, and that's basically where it is. 5-yard gain, third down and 5, 105 to go second quarter. It'll be interesting to see what Oklahoma does here. Right now it's 50 seconds. So Alabama only has one timeout, but if they're going to stop, they could probably call a timeout here. Try to give their offense a little more chance, maybe getting a field goal range. Who knows? Shotgun formation, run back to his left. Look like 4, 3, 2, 1. Going to be a run by John Mateer, and he is going to not get the first down. So 23 seconds left to go. Clock has stopped, so I'm assuming that Alabama's called a timeout. So, but right now it's 22 seconds. They might add on another second. I'm not quite sure, but right now it's 22 seconds. Alabama will get the ball to start second half, but if it's a terrible punt, which there have been some really bad punts today, there's possibly you can try to get a field goal range. Ah, yes, Chris. Yeah, I was talking about 17 extra points. Yep. Showed in. Showed in. A flag? What? What's a flag for? What's the flag? DeBoer is ticked off, but I don't know what the flag's supposed to be on. What the flag's supposed to be on? It's probably when I don't have the commentators on, so I have no idea what's going on. It just mentioned a flag. I'm assuming, like I said, it's on Alabama giving Oklahoma a first down, but I don't know what the flag is about because it didn't say what the flag's about. What are we doing? I don't know what's. I honestly, I said I have no idea what's going on. They said flag on the very bottom. They didn't say what the flag was. It said it's supposed to be 4th and 4. I don't know. I really don't know. Like I said, right now we're just seeing Kalen DeBoer. We're not seeing anything being said or anything like that. We're not seeing anything. I don't know if it's. I hate this. All right, so it is first down 10. I don't know why, but there's a flag. I don't know what the penalty's on. So they didn't say what it was. So shotgun formation, run back to his left. Draws back to pass, quick throw, and that's going to be caught up to about the 50-yard line. 19 seconds to go in the second quarter. Oh my gosh. Alabama's coach was in the way of the ref, and so they got called for a penalty for that. Oh, you're so stupid for that. So stupid. If they get a field goal range because of this, oh my gosh. Josh back to pass. Mateer's going to try to scramble. Is going to lose. Basically, back to the original line of scrimmage. 14 seconds left. Timeout was called by Oklahoma. How much is Dan Lanny's buyout, Parker? I checked that out before. See, it was Ryan Day was 70. DeBoer is about 60. Dan Lanning was like either 4 or 5, so probably like in the 50 range, if I had to guess. I think. Yeah, it's still big. It's still big. But I can look up how much it is exactly. I'm pulling Oregon Ducks football to win it all this year. Ryan Green. I like Oregon. I like them more so for next year. Like I said, Oregon's a very very young team. I he got hit in the head. Good lord, Chris Fowler got hit in the head. Uh, I I think Oregon loses to Texas Tech. That's my prediction. I think Oregon loses to Texas Tech. Going to be a check down number 6, who's going to be still in bounce, and because of that, like it's going to be 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. It's going to go to halftime. All right, going to go to halftime, 17 all. I would like Oregon. Oregon would be an interesting one. I said they never won national title, but I think they're going to lose to Texas Tech, in my opinion. I said I think they beat JMU, lose to Texas Tech. Um, Oregon's a very young team. Obviously, like I said, Dante Moore is probably going to leave. I would want Dante Moore to stay, but I know he's not going to. But I would want Dante Moore to stay because I think if he stays, this Oregon team next year is going to be very, very dangerous. Like I said, they're going to grow more together. Like I said, grow more in a Dan Lanning scheme. Obviously, you're not going to have Will Stein is going to be a huge thing too. Like I said, I don't remember if he's coaching the rest of the season. Obviously, like he became the new head coach at Kentucky, which is huge for Kentucky. But yeah, I like that prediction there, Parker. I'm holding off. I'm waiting for them to show me more. Show me more. But Oregon's an interesting one. Oregon is an interesting team this year for sure. That state trooper is like he's like in the shot like this, like yeah, look at me. And I'm not like that Texas A&M state trooper who's like gonna bump into a player and then point. That's so wild to me that that state trooper got upset that South Carolina was up again, and they just like try to bump into the player and just like pointing. Some people get a power trip. That's unfortunate. All right, so I want to hear from y'all. How are y'all feeling about the game so far? Obviously, like I said, Alabama down 17 nothing. They come back. It's tied up 17 all. They get the ball start the second half, so momentum's already on their side, and they get to start off the ball. So how are we feeling? I feel so good about my prediction. I said that Bama was going to win. I said it's probably going to be in the lower 20s. I might be wrong about that because I don't think there's going to be like maybe 7 points, 3 points scored in the rest of the second half. So I might be wrong about that prediction, but I do think, like I said, it's a back and forth affair, which it has been, and we're gonna have a fun one. I wanted to stream this one because I felt like this was gonna be the more entertaining one. Miami Texas A&M is definitely going to be because like we're going to see who can choke the hardest. Like I really think my bold prediction is Miami gets out to early lead because Marcel Reed makes some stupid throws. Malachi Tony's having a really good day. Carson Beck is like, all right, Carson Beck's doing a pretty good job, but he's getting some kind of pressure. Marcel Reed's getting pressured by Bain, by Ruben Bain. And then Texas A&M starts to make a little bit of a comeback, and you start to see Miami just slip further and further and further to where they're like, we had this lead, we're letting Texas A&M come back and win, and we can't do anything to stop it. And like the crowd getting back into it, it's going to be tied up. I'm going to say in the fourth quarter, 5 minutes left to go, it's going to be 24-24. Carson Beck It's going to be supposed to be driving, and he's going to throw a pick six. That's my bold prediction for Miami Texas A&M. Texas A&M wins 31-24 thanks to a pick six by Carson Beck. It's going to happen. Carson Beck is going to find a way to crap his. I don't want to say the actual word because, like I said, I don't want to be cussing my YouTube channel. But you know what I'm saying. He is going to find a way to lose the game because that's Carson Beck. That was Carson Beck on Georgia. That's how he's been at Miami. And that's how it'll be for any NFL team that decides to take him because Carson Beck cannot perform when the stars are the brightest. It's been proven. It's been proven. But yet people are stunned when it keeps on happening. Sometimes it just happens to people, unfortunately. They can't perform. Speaking of Carson Beck, they're talking about it right now. Miami at Texas A&M. Yeah, like the other, like I said, I talked about it before, but at first I was confused by the way that they were doing like the certain games, and then I realized, oh, it's because like the NFL has games also on Saturday, so that makes a lot more sense. There's a lot more sense they're not going to be doing it. Parker, will JMU and Oregon be a good game or not? No, probably not. Like if anything, I think like JMU can have like some garbage time touchdowns and make it a little more closer, but as long as Oregon takes itself seriously, they should win pretty easily against JMU because they have a lot better talent. I watched JMU against Troy. They were struggling mightily against Troy's defense. Oregon obviously has better defense. And it really helped when they got turnovers as well by JMU. But JMU pulled away late to make that score look a little bit further than it did. But for the most part, it was a close game. And so there was a possibility that JMU could have lost to Troy. So as I'm saying, I don't think out of the two non-Power 5 conference champions that are in the playoffs, I think Tulane has a better shot of, I don't think they're going to have a shot of upsetting, but like making it a closer game. Like, I think it was like 17-point spread. I think Tulane could possibly get down to like 14 points. But yeah, JMU, I don't think they have a shot. I've enjoyed this game so far, choking aside, including choking, but not fun. There you go. With Tulane Ole Miss be a game. Like I said, I think Tulane Ole Miss has a better shot of being a good game than JMU Oregon. I think Tulane. I mean, they talk about like they put a lot of pundits talked about it, but like Tulane got in a huge hole against Ole Miss early on. We also don't know how Ole Miss is going to look without Lane Kiffin at QB. So QB, at head coach. So like that should be interesting to see how does this Ole Miss team respond. So I don't think that Tulane can upset them, but I do think that Tulane has a shot of like making it a lot closer than it should be, and then that starts have some little doubt creep in with Ole Miss of like well. We should beat this team. We already beat this team by a lot, and now we're not beating them as much because we have a new head coach, and that starts putting some a little bit of questions. So that should be interesting to see if that happens tomorrow, like I predict. But I do think that Ole Miss will pull away late. I think it could be closer. Like say like a 10-point game at halftime, where you're thinking that we should be leading by more, and then Ole Miss pulls away late. So. What else I was going to talk about? Yeah, so they're showing right now, Alabama trails 17-0, 6:56 left to go in the second quarter, and then they came back and won. Maybe, possibly. But yeah, like the fact that you have double the amount of points, double the amount of time possession, double the amount of yards, and yet, y'all are tied because you decided to be stupid and throw a pick six. That one was still like, it showed that John Mateer like had predetermined like It's like I'm throwing this direction. I'm not reading the defense. I'm throwing this direction, and was like I said the cornerback was just sitting right there in a looks like a flat. I think was it a flat zone? Or was it a hook zone? I think it was a flat zone. Anyways, like I said, they still had a shot. Indiana does have a good shot there, Parker. Like I said, Indiana. I think if they can make it through either Oklahoma or Alabama's defense, then I feel pretty confident they can make it through. They've already shown they could beat Ohio State. Obviously, said beating a team twice as hard, but I think that you have a good shot of potentially, keyword potentially, um, going against Texas Tech, which I think that's a great matchup for Indiana. So if you're in the national title game, like one, congratulations, made the national title game. But if Indiana can make it past Alabama or Oklahoma, I think they can make it past Texas Tech. Because Texas offense is not as good as Oklahoma or Alabama. Their defense is comparable though. Defense is definitely comparable in different ways, but still like in the same way, like being like a uh, very well performing defense. Well performing, I don't like that word. I want to say dominant, but like in the same way, like being a devastating defense. So if Indiana can get through either Oklahoma or Alabama, I think they can beat Texas Tech, and they'll face either um, Ohio State, Georgia, Ole Miss, or Miami or Texas A&M. Like I think, obviously, like I said, if you're Indiana, you don't really want to face. I mean, you could face Ohio State again, but you prefer not to because you've already played them once, and like I said, it's hard to beat the same exact person twice. Georgia's an interesting one as how they've been as of late. I don't know. Like Georgia's a hard one to pin down. Um, Obviously, say if you play against like if you play against uh, Ole Miss, if Ole Miss makes it all the way to the national title, that'll be interesting too because Ole Miss and Indiana, both of them, like I said, been you know it's been a while since they've been in this kind of situation, this scenario. Um, and it's Texas A&M. Texas A&M's defense would be interesting to see against Indiana, but Marcel Reed against that Indiana defense would be, like I said, especially Indiana plays some really fundamentally sound defense. So Marcel Reed more than likely would just make some stupid decisions. But anyways, like I said, Indiana has a good shot. Indiana definitely has a good shot. Same thing for Ohio State. Ohio State will be on the other side. Now, them having to more like go against Georgia, like I said, that is interesting. Like I think Ohio State has the easier first round for them. Like Indiana has the harder first round for them. Because like I said, you play Oklahoma or Alabama. Ohio State either plays Miami or Texas A&M. But if you are Ohio State, you have to either play Georgia or Ole Miss, while Indiana either has to play Oregon, who they already beat, who is a young team that you feel you can beat again, or Texas Tech that has an amazing defense, great defense, offense not there. So yeah, like I said, like if I'm Indiana, I can get through their first round, then I feel pretty good because you already get that momentum for winning the Big Ten, winning your first playoff game in the Rose Bowl, no less, and then like I said, you have a good shot, which is what I'm afraid of. Now, if it's Indiana and Georgia in the national title game, that would be fun. That would be really fun. It'd be Kirby Smart versus Kurt Signetti, and that would be just the lead up to that game alone would be amazing. But I still haven't decided who, because I don't know who I want to like root for the national title game. Like I just want good games. If I'm being honest, I'm not really hitching my wagon to anybody just yet. Because most people I'd have to hitch my wagon to are either my rivals or people I don't really care that much for. Like Indiana, I guess would be the one, but I really don't want a Big Ten team to win again. So it's like, see, I don't really know who I want to vote for. I don't know who I want to vote for. QB's limited turnovers. Yeah, that's a huge it's a huge one for both these QBs. Both these QBs got to make sure they don't turn the ball over. Yeah, they do that a lot. Goodness. Right now they're just like doing like a little pregame for the other games. Like Ole Miss versus Tulane, Texas A&M versus Miami. Probably have Oregon versus JMU. But yeah, like I said, Parker, like I said, Texas Tech has an amazing defense. It's just I don't trust their offense. So, like I said, I think they could be Oregon, could be Oregon, but I don't think they could beat Indiana. I don't think they can beat Indiana, which would who they more than likely play either Indiana, Alabama, or Oklahoma. I just don't think they can beat their teams. I think they'll be a close game because their defense is good, but I don't think that they will be able to win those games. But still be a great. It still be a great. Uh, Still be a great showing for Texas Tech though. You made the playoffs. If you win a game, if you beat Oregon, that would be amazing too. But you know, JMU, they've heard all the noise about their CFP inclusion. Yeah, no, I'm sure you have. Like, what are we talking about? We know this. We know this. A lot of people don't assume that JMU should be in. We know. He says it's not their fault. It really isn't their fault. Like I think that's the other thing that I'm confused about is like there are people who are getting mad at the wrong people. Like, there are people who get mad at JMU or get mad at Tulane. It's like they are not the ones who made a decision. They are not the ones that failed miserably to win their conference. If you just win your conference, you're fine. So they win their conference. They give it up to potential where like maybe they can make it in. And because the ACC imploded on itself, sucks to be you. But there you go. Sucks to be you. Sounds like a pressure problem. They're not in the ones that refuse to be in the conference. Notre Dame, yes. Like, here's the thing, okay? Long ago, there was a lot of independence. And then slowly but surely they became into conferences. Because obviously, like I said, they can, you know, share revenue with conferences, and also, like I said, it made it a little easier than being independents. I want, on one hand, to respect Notre Dame being independent. However, however, key is if Miami can continue to be good, if USC can please just be good, let Lincoln Rogers get USC to be good again. If that can be the case, Notre Dame also has to play Auburn, so hopefully Auburn in the next, not this upcoming year, but the next 2 years after that, can be good. Notre Dame actually has a schedule, as I talked about before, in 2028 that is actually kind of hard. But when you're independent and you just want to do some cupcakes or like to do some ACC teams that some of the ACC teams are not very good, like you give yourself up for like if you lose a game that you desperately need to win to show like that you mean business, you have to win those games. That's the reason why there are stakes to games. So I can understand why Notre Dame is upset, but they're upset at the wrong people. They should be upset at the College World Playoff, not at Bama. Be upset at the College World Playoff for ranking you so high, especially with the whole entire situation where, like, they decide they want to give it to Miami later on because Miami had win the 1-1. Well, then the week before, you should have just moved Miami ahead before. So you would have had time. You would have had time to be able to discuss with um, you would have time to be able to discuss with Notre Dame, like, hey, here's the situation. Miami's on a little bit of a roll. They have also beaten y'all. So when it's comparable records, like a comparable straight schedule, comparable all this kind of stuff, they won the head to head. So like it shows that those games are still important. So that's what I'm saying. I just don't think that's the word I want to say. I think that Notre Dame fans, depending on what exactly they are arguing, they have a leg to stand on, but some of them do not have a leg to stand on because they're getting mad at the wrong reasons. How much is Brett Key's buyout? Oh yeah, he was another brand new one. Let's see here. Let's see here. It's a 5-year extended contract. Okay, in 2025, the school fires Key without cause. He will be set to receive $11 million. So not much, which makes sense. So only $11 million. Still, I say I owed him $11 million, and that's because we already know there's been a whole bunch of other buyouts that have been massive. Wasn't Brian Kelly 60 something? Was it 65? I know Brian Kelly was up there. Obviously, Auburn has had their share of buyouts. So Gus Malzahn was like, what, 35, 40, something like that? Arson was like 20 something. And then Hugh Freeze was about 15 million. So we've had to pay a lot of people just to not coach us, which sucks. Which is why I'm hoping that Alex Golesh is the guy. I don't feel confident. I don't feel confident at all with Alex Golesh. He was one of the guys I didn't want us to get, so I'm trying to be optimistic. But like, I don't want us to go through another coaching carousel anytime soon. We've gone through a lot. There you go, there, Luke. No matter what happens tonight, we're gonna have plenty to talk about tomorrow. Yes, we will, Luke. I will be sitting in the golf cart watching you slice and hear about your thoughts about Alabama football. So I will enjoy doing that. I'll enjoy being on the golf cart. It's the first time being on a golf course, by the way, there, Luke. I think I mentioned that before, but the first time I've ever been on a golf course. I have no idea. Like I said, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'm just looking to be able to sleep in tomorrow. I am so ready to sleep in tomorrow. Holy crap! Getting some sleep. Ah, amazing. Need some rest and really need a rest. Goodness gracious. I fixed my slice. Okay. 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 Hopefully. Hopefully you can perform in front of me there, Luke, though. Hopefully you can perform in front of me. I'm basically Tiger, so you wreck your car. How's your car looking? No, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. I'm gonna end at the bad driver. I'm gonna end the bad driver. I'm gonna go further into the Tiger hole. Tiger hole. What in the world am I talking about? Anyways, this has been a long halftime. I'm just not realizing this has been a long halftime. Like, am I wrong, or does it just feel like it's been a long halftime? I just feel like it's halftime. Tiger Goat 2012. Oh, 2012 Goat. Oh, okay. I'm not as well versed in the timeline of Tiger. Is 2012 before he gets found out for the affair? Is that the timeline for Tiger? Is no, I feel like that's earlier. I feel like earlier Tiger had the affair than 2012. I don't know. I mean, I was like 12 years old. I didn't watch golf. I have no idea. Halftime. What are we doing? 25 minutes half. 25? Really? That's too much. That's too much. 25-minute halftime. I know that's for a playoff game. That's ridiculous. You know what? We're stuffing even more commercial breaks. That's what it is. That's what it is. ESPN's like, gotta get that commercial. Gotta get that money. If we got all these people eyes that are watching, we're gonna have this. Still, 25 minutes is ridiculous. is his fall off. Okay, so 2012. Okay, gotcha. Right before then. Okay. Because like I said, I don't know. Cause like there's like I've watched a little bit of golf, but like for the most part, I'm just not. Wow, -3 rushing yards, Alabama. I wonder how. Now, -3 rushing yards. That sound familiar? I mean, I don't know, Luke. What does -3 rushing yards mean to you? I'm trying to remember where I've heard what, -3, -3, -3 rushing yards. Oh, SC championship game. That's right. Anyways, better be back. So Alabama will start with the ball. Hopefully, get more than -3 rushing yards. Um, possibly. They're showing Jam Miller right now, so like I said, hopefully get more than -3 rushing yards. Am I right? We have a combined -6 rushing yards over the last 6 quarters. Yes, you do. Very good math. But yes, it's been rough for you rushing the ball. Kick is underway, and it's going to be for a fair catch. So first down 10 for Alabama. They have just been fair catching the ball the whole entire time. Showing the score summary, like I said, you were down 17 nothing. Then Alabama storms back, and like they said, the first one was on a 4th and 2, no less too. So like that was super duper important. That pick six huge as well. So let's see here if possibly, we can have Alabama complete the comeback and pull away a little bit maybe. From the 25-yard line under center with Jam Miller. Nope, not Jam Miller in the backfield. Number 4, yeah. Play action pass, immediate pressure, dumps off to Bernard up to 30, up to the 35-yard line, cuts back inside, and it's a fumble, but he was down. They're saying he was down. Gain 12 yards, first down 10 for Bama. Yeah, that would have been bad. That was actually a fumble. See here. Yeah, he's down. He's for sure down. For sure down. All right, we're good. We're good. Yeah, his elbow came down right on the ground, so it popped it out. So first down 10, 14, 25 to go in third quarter. Ty Simpson going to be an empty set. Maybe he can get 6 yards in this rush. Goes to number 4 in motion. Going to be a play action pass, throws. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be Horton. And that gains about 5 yards, so it'll be second down 5. Bama, just run the ball here and try to get back, so it's not negative anymore. Don't want to be looking at all that negative. So they say second down 6, but that's second down. It is second down 6. My bad. Second down 6. Shotgun formation, bunch to the right. Number 4 to. Whoop, now moving around. Shotgun formation, run back to his right. Bringing a blitz. And steps in the pocket, is going to throw down the field, and that's going to be way too high for Wharton. Third down and 6. 13:37 left to go in third. Parker Brailsford did a great job there in a pass on blitz pickup. It's third down 6. All right, Bama. Simpson in shotgun formation, bunch to the left, running back to his left should be Jam Miller. Checking to the line, 3, 2, 1. Got this. That should be a false start. How is it not a false start? Okay, now it is. I'm about to say that's either a false start or it's a timeout. Like, there we go, false start. All right, third down 11. I'm about to say, I was like, how is that not a false start? Let's see here. We got to run some double moves. The Oklahoma DBs are biting on everything. Yes, they are. You would expect, especially maybe a person like Ryan Williams could maybe make that work. All right, so third down 11. Maybe they're setting up that for the future. Maybe they're setting that up in the future. Maybe possibly. Shotgun formation. Jam Miller to his right. Ty Simpson drops back a pass. Is getting some pressure. Throws down the field, and that's going to be incomplete. Try to get to Ryan Williams. He could not catch the ball. 4th and 11. Bruh, he just headbutted Ty. Yeah, like I said, it's not enough, though, to be called for a penalty, but that's a throw that should be caught by Ryan Williams. He just drops it. Just drops it. It's just a little high, but like it should be caught by Ryan Williams. I'm so over Ryan Williams. I understand y'all being over him. I don't know he lost his mojo or what. I don't know. But it's gonna be Oklahoma ball. Let him enter the portal. That would be hilarious if Ryan Williams entered the portal and then he goes to like Ohio State or something like that. Or if he goes someplace that Alabama's gonna play and then he just cooks y'all. I know it's not gonna happen, but that would be hilarious because like especially like how it's been over the last little bit. Like I don't know, it feels like something's like going on mentally. Like without question, like in the Iron Bowl, we thought that Ryan Williams would be like a big part, and then like was not even really out there. So it was like, okay, well, what's going on there? Then SC championship game happens, the same exact thing where it's like not really being a part of it, not really being like difference maker. Today, like I said, it's targeted twice, and, like not get a single reception. So it's like, what is going on, with Ryan Williams? Obviously, he's having a down year, but it's like this is you are expected to be the guy, and right now you're not living up to that. You're not living up to the fact that there are so many people. There are so many people who like expected Ryan Williams to be like next year be like one of the top wide receivers taken, which probably still could be. Like I said, it's still going to be a really stacked 2027 draft. But he's got to leave Alabama, maybe because like there's just something going on. There's some stuff that we haven't found out yet about Ryan Williams because it's just something's off with him. So it's either he's a new place to hopefully, like I said, get his mojo back, or just the fact that like Alabama is kind of getting sick and tired of him. So Edgewater would not be good for him. So I don't know where he goes, but he doesn't need to leave. For his own sanity. I know he's not going to Auburn, but that would be funny if he went to Auburn. Like if we let Malcolm Simmons go and then we get Ryan Williams instead. I don't know. I'm trying to be confident in next year. At the same time, I know it's the first year. I don't want to get too overconfident, so I'm like, my expectation right now is like 7-5 maybe. I'm waiting for us to figure out what our roster is, but I'm not trying to have a huge idea of like expectation of like what Auburn's going to do next year. They got to prove it to me first. And I'm not going to be all bought in like I was this year and then not even come close to expectations. First down 10, 13-22 left to go in the third quarter, 17 all. Oklahoma going to be starting at the 25-yard line. Shotgun formation, going to be a handoff to the running back who is going to get about 5 yards. So it'll be second down 5. Actually got 5 yards pop there. Good by number 6. That starts with an S. I don't know. It's Baylock. No, what's the S? What am I talking about? Baylock. Sorry. Second down 5. 13 minutes left to go in the third quarter. They got to hurry up. It's 11 seconds left to go. Now they break the huddle. John Mateer, shotgun formation, run back to his left. Draws back to pass, and he's going to get some pressure. He's going to throw across the middle, and almost picked off. It's going to be 3rd down 6. Hill Green almost picked that ball off. Bama can't get a stop. Can't 3 it out. So did it bounce off of Burke's hands? Let's see here. Yeah, it went through Burke's hands, almost went right into number 41's hands. So 3rd down 6. John Mateer going to be in empty set. Tight end to his left. Draws back a pass. And gets pressure. Throws across the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Try to get number 5. However, that was a bad pass by John Mateer right behind him. So it'll be 4th down 6. 3 now by Alabama's defense. And Alabama will get the ball back with plenty of time left to go in the 3rd quarter. Great job there by Alabama keeping him in contain. And then, like I said, it's a bad pass. Well, I mean, it's a low pass by number 5 to number 5. So John Mateer doesn't set his feet. That's a dumb decision by him. He as he's moving to the left, a hop to the left. He's throwing while he's hopping. I don't know why he's doing that. Punt underway, and it's going to be returned by the 15-yard up to the 20, up to the 25, and out of bounds. Oh shoot, that's a flag. That is a flag. Huh? Okay, I'm about to say, how's that not a flag? Yeah. So he gets out of bounds, and then he gets popped a number by Ween. Ween is trying to say he got pushed into it. I'm like, I don't know about that. Let's see here. Ween is claiming he got pushed into him. I don't think you did, Ween. But let's see. Tape doesn't lie. So let's see here. Right here. Nah. Ween, you're not really getting pushed. Yeah, Ween, no. You can't claim that. You cannot claim that you're being pushed into that. A hand on the shoulder is not a push. Because you literally go like that. So no, that's not a block in the back there, Ween. So 1st down 10 for Alabama. Great field position because of that penalty. So near midfield. And we're going to commercial break, of course. All right, that's clear late hit. Why are they complaining? Like I said, I think it's because, to Ween's perspective, he's like, well, I was getting pushed out of bounds, and then he just ran into me. And it's like, I can understand that, but you also went into it. If you had also, I mean, like I said, you could say that the Alabama returner kind of played into it, but you can, if you were oh, I got hit too, then you could play it into it, but you went into it, you went like this. If someone put their hand on your back, that's not really pushing. If it was you could see him pushing you, then I can understand that. But it's like a hand on the back. The way this is, it's just a hand on the back. It's not enough for you to be able to say it's not fair to push me. He's pushing me out of bounds. I didn't do nothing wrong. No, we know you did. So not smart by Ween there. But like I said, Alabama has a good shot right now. All you gotta do is get in field goal range. You know you're got a reliable kicker to try to get you a lead. Because Alabama's known for having really good kickers, so you'll be fine. Just get in field goal range, get a 3-point lead. Carry that for the rest of the 3rd quarter. We're going into the 4th quarter. Things are looking good. Maybe a Tyson turnover is going to make a lot of Bama fans sweat. Maybe, possibly. But your defense is going to keep you in the game pretty much. So if it continues like this, then my prediction might still be correct. I did say it was going to be lower 20s, and so far it's still been 17 all. So just saying. Maybe possibly I could be right about that too. They didn't take too kind of y'all taking pictures on the logo, obviously. Obviously. So that's what they're talking about before, is that like taking a picture on the logo. If Alabama wins, there's probably going to be, like I said, Bama players trying to take a photo on Oklahoma's logo. That's just how people can be sometimes, be a little petty, but it's understandable. So first down 10 from about the 40-yard line. Shotgun formation, run back to his left. And going to be a pitch, and that's going to be a great job up to 45, up to the 50, up to the 45, 40, 45, up to the 31-yard line, I think. Yes, 31-yard line. First down 10 for Alabama. Great pitch there. Great adjustment by number 4. I mean, he's huge. He's like 240, right? He's like 240. So from the 30-yard line, first down 10, shotgun formation, run back to his left, trips to the right. 11:45 would go in the third quarter. Now I'm going to send tight end in motion up to the left. Number 4 now is to his right. They're checking the line. Simpson drops back a pass, throws to the right side, and unfortunately be incomplete trying to get to Brooks. Second down 10. Can't wait to get no points here still. Like I said, you're in field goal range, and you've got an amazing field goal kicker, right? Because Bama's known for having great field goal kickers. It's definitely not going to cost you a game. Second down 10 from the 30-yard line. Ty Simpson, shotgun formation. Oh, by the way, you're in positive rushing yards now. So, nice little tidbit. Strasburg to pass, and he's got plenty of time. Throws down the field for the end zone, and touchdown, Brooks. And Alabama has scored 23 unanswered points. 11:21 left to go in the third quarter. Oklahoma is Choklahoma right now. How you feeling, Luke? Are you feeling good? You feeling great? Feeling a little bit better? I'm surprised the director hasn't come in here yet. Well, I was wrong. Just saying. Maybe just trust me a little bit on here. I think I know what I'm talking about. Kick is up, kick is good. So it is 24-17, 11:21 left to go in the third quarter. Now, like I said, there is plenty of game left. Plenty of game left. But you should feel good. Like I said, Oklahoma secondary is definitely the weak point. Their front seven is amazing, but their secondary is young and vulnerable. All Alabama's got to continue to do is play mistake-free football. If you play mistake-free football, you're in a good spot. Hey there, Zoe. Ryan, what is it with Alabama and kickers that I don't know? Okay, so here's the situation. When Saban was the head coach at Alabama, there was a long tradition of Alabama, obviously having one of the top classes in the conference in college football always, but they wouldn't really recruit kickers, really truly. So Alabama would always have a problem, and always be fans would be stressing out during kicks because they never had reliable kickers. For instance, 2013, you have the kick six. The whole reason why you have the kick six to begin with is because the starting kicker, Cade Foster, missed 3 or 4 I know for sure 3. I think it might have been 4 field goals in that game. I know for sure 3. So they bring in a backup kicker who has a more long distance kicker, Adam Griffith, and he kicks that 60-something yarder that we end up returning back for a touchdown. In 2019, the kicker at that time, I'm trying to think who it was at that time, but he missed a field goal that would have tied up the game where Auburn ended up winning. John Mateer sacked back at the 19-yard line, second down and about 16. Sorry about that. But that's the main gist, is that they have not besides Will Redmond, who is right now the Vikings kicker, Alabama historically have not really had great kickers. Auburn has. Like Auburn has had a lot of great NFL kickers, a lot of great college kickers. Like that's just normally how it goes. John Material drops back to pass, and he's going to get sacked once again. Back-to-back sacks, third and forever. Pierre with the sack in this time. Do they have a long history of terrible kickers? Yes, usually so. Pass rush starting to key off. Yes, they are. I mean, like y'all up by 7. But yeah, Luke, you can definitely tell you the stress level that Alabama fans go through watching a kick. I mean, like right now, they're a kicker right now is 7 for 10 this season. They don't make him kick a lot. He's also not very accurate. Going to be a throw. That's going to be a little check down to number 6, who gets about 11 yards, something like that. So 4th down, got a punch ball away. 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 24-17. Will Reichard, not Richmond, sorry, Reichard, yes. My GOAT. Where do I even start with my glorious scheme? Yes, like I said, he's been the only, in my lifetime, been the only consistent kicker for Alabama. Auburn has had many kickers. I mean, just in my lifetime, like I said, Damon Duval was a really good kicker. Returned from about the 30-yard line up to about the 37, 38-yard line. So first down 10 for Alabama. 9:26 of going third quarter. So Damon Duval. Talk about John Vaughn. John Vaughn, Auburn. I talked about also the worst loss because, like, literally the most accurate kicker, one of the most accurate kickers in college football history, had a complete meltdown where he missed 5 field goals in one game, and he only missed 6 field goals that whole entire season. So in one game alone, we missed basically all his field goals, and he kicked like 20 field goals that season. Like, he's up there. Then after him, he had a Wes Byram, who Wes Byram had a lot of game-winning field goal kicks. Like I said, he won in the Swamp 2007. Obviously won the national title in 2010. Won against Kentucky. And was it a field goal kicker that won Kentucky? I'm trying to think of that. I think yes. Won in overtime 2 times in 2010. One against Mississippi State, and then once against Clemson. So Wes Byram was a clutch kicker. We also had Cody Parkey, so there is also a blip in the radar, but we did have Cody Parkey, who would always find a way in the worst possible time to lose us a game. The 2014 national title game does not get talked about enough, but I bring it up all the time. People talk about it. Cody Parkey missed a chip shot, like 30-something yard field goal in the first half that does not get talked about, because if he just makes that field goal, it does technically change a big portion of like how that game goes on later on. Like after that missed field goal, if I remember correctly, that's when Florida State starts making a little bit of a comeback in the end of that second quarter. Then go into the third quarter where they make a complete comeback. So blip in the radar, but still. Then you have the Carlson brothers, where Daniel Carlson has an amazing career, Legatron. And then after him is Andros Carlson. Andros Carlson not as good as his brother, but still was good. Then his whole entire career changed because of the 2021 Mississippi State game. Luke and I were both at that game. Luke, I think actually, did you leave at that game? I can't remember if you left at halftime or not. But Andros Carlson tore his ACL trying to do an onside kick. That was the same as the game that Bo Nix broke his ankle. So it was the last game Bo Nix played at Auburn. I've talked about how I hate 2021 Mississippi State is by far one of the is my number 3 worst Auburn game of my lifetime, because like how trajectory Auburn went completely down in the toilet since that point. And also it ruined Andros Carlson's career. He didn't have the greatest career to begin with, but like what career he did have, like it pretty much went down from there. And then after that, we've had Alex McPherson, who's a really good kicker, but he also went through, like I said, his whole entire thing where he basically had his large intestine replaced because, like I said, he had I think what the medical condition was, but yeah, it's like we've had consistently really good kickers at Auburn. So going to be a keeper by Ty Simpson. Going to try the left side. He gets like back to line of scrimmage. Don't know understand why we did why I said why and where they did that. Second down 10. That's a weird play. It's a really weird play. Reichard is all-time points leader in NCAA. Yes, because like I said, he did start. Yeah, I think he didn't. He start as a freshman. Started as a freshman, then like I said, played all 4 years. Zoe, that's interesting. Feels like a position one would want to make sure is solid, but oh well. But good on Auburn for valuing special teams, the kicking game. Yes, because we have won a couple games because of it. Going to be a throw. That's going to be tied to number 80, no, 88. Who's 88? No, 80. 88 is, what's his name? Gain of 7 yards, be third down 3. 8:33 left to go in the second, third quarter. Longsley? I can't see who that was. Sorry. Number 88. All right, Bama. Get this third down. Continue to run down the clock and try to get, like I said, try to get another score here. Make it a little bit harder. All right, so it's going to be bunch to the right. Ty Simpson, draws back to pass, and it's going to roll out, throw deep down the field, and holy crap, Bernard, how do you drop that? There's a flag, though, but Bernard, how do you drop that? It was there. It was like right there. Holding on the defense, so it was going to be first down 10 for Alabama. But how did Bernard not catch that ball? He like just stopped and he was like, oh, whoops. I mean, he's like wide open. Did he just lose it in the lights? Like what? Like Bernard? How did Bernard? I don't know how Bernard missed that. Anyways, from the 44-yard line, empty set. Going to send Bernard in motion. Now he's going to be in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to Bernard, who is going to get basically to the line of scrimmage. Second down 10. I don't love that we're doing a lot of trick plays-esque, but like right here, yeah. How does he miss it? It like literally just goes right through his arms. I don't know how he missed that. I have no idea. Zoe, bad special teams can sink an otherwise amazing team. Looking at you, 2010 Chargers. Yes, absolutely. There's been a bunch of teams that because of a bad kicker. Shotgun. Actually, that's not shotgun formation. Going to send Jay Miller into motion. Going to be a throw. And that's going to be to Brooks, who is going to get up to the 39-yard line. So it's going to be third down about 4.5, 5, something like that. 7:05 going third quarter. Yeah, see, I mean, there's a lot. Let's try other teams that have good kickers. Because Alabama's obviously the ones that come up to mind for college. Chargers. Who's the one that did have a good kicker? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Shotgun formation, run back to his. Well, actually, no, it's Bernard to his right. Drops back a pass. Steps in the pocket. Is going to scramble. Is going to try to get the first down, and he is. Up to the 35, up to the 30, up to the 25, and out of bounds to the 25-yard line. Ty Simpson gets out of bounds to the Oklahoma side of the field. Actually going to be down to the 26-yard line. But yeah, it is, like I said, Ty Simpson, like I said, has a lot of green grass. Jam Miller right there. Great job blocking. R. Mason Thomas on Caden Proctor. Caden Proctor, a little bit away with a hold there, but he's fine. 26-yard line. Shotgun formation with Jam Miller to his right. 2 tight ends to the left. Under 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Ty Simpson drops back to pass. He gets some pressure, throws to the left side, and that's caught. Gain of about 5. So it depends on the spot. Second down 5, second down 6. Touchdown would be huge. Yes, it would be absolutely there, Luke. Need it bad. Touchdown to Ty Simpson. Uh, like I said, we're going to do a reverse, and Ty Simpson's going to catch a touchdown pass. Who knows? All right, so going to be two times set. Now they're going to switch it up. Okay. All right, empty set. 5:20 left to go in the third quarter. Ty Simpson drops back to pass, only rushing 3. Is going to throw, is going to be checked down, and unfortunately, it is a drop pass by Edwards. So it'll be 3rd down 6. Like I said, that was a nice little check down. Okay. All right, number 10. Bro, okay, bro. Surprised that was not called. Like, so Ty Simpson got up and he was like, hey, why is it not being called? I'm like, they've been kind of letting y'all play. I'll give the refs credit. They have been letting them play. But that's the second time number 10 has been getting after Ty Simpson. Shotgun formation, going to send Ty into motion up to the left. Now motion back over to the right. Going to be a handoff on 3rd down and 6. On 3rd and 6, Ryan Grubb. I hate that play call. I hate that play call. On 3rd and 6, you're just like, oh, we'll just run the ball. We'll take a field goal. We'll just do that. That's so stupid. Refs helping out OU. Well, I don't know. All right, so Connor Talty. Sometimes be a little salty. It's a 40-yard field goal attempt. Try to take a 2-possession game. And kick is up. Kick is good. So right down the middle. So it is going to be 27-17. 4:30 left to go in the third quarter. Like I said, Alabama's still in control of this game, but obviously you would have liked to score a touchdown there. It'll be interesting to see if number 10 does hit Ty Simpson late again, if they're going to be calling it, because so far they haven't. But we got Mr. Automatic. I don't know about that. I don't know if you can call Talty and Mr. Automatic. Maybe under 40, sure. But I ain't trusting him to kick no 50-yard field goal, that's for sure. Honestly, he's getting a little redemption from that Oklahoma game, too, because he did miss that field goal. Well, yeah, like I say, he was complaining that it was a long snapper in that game. So, but yeah, I'm liking them predictions right so far. I'm liking that. Obviously, I talked about this before too. I mean, you were here, Luke, but like Alabama versus Oklahoma is a good litmus test for how these college football playoffs should be, because last year, I mean, Clemson, Texas was awful. SMU, Penn State was awful. Indiana, Notre Dame was bad. And what was the other one? The other one was bad too. It was Ohio State versus Tennessee. That one was terrible too. Like, we had all bad playoff games. So hopefully, I mean, this has so far been a great game. So hopefully it will continue tomorrow. We can have some good games. Because last year, I mean, that was one. I didn't see Tennessee getting absolutely dominated like they did last year. What they did, and then you had the whole entire Nico situation after that. Then Notre Dame obliterating Indiana, because Indiana was faulty. That one was harsh. And then, like I said, the other two was like Penn State is like a man on a mission going against SMU, and also is not a top 5 opponent, so obviously James Franklin could win. And then Clemson barely got in because they won the ACC, and they had to go against Texas. And Texas was a much better team, and Clemson was Clemson. So, not to say that JMU and Tulane and Warren Luck are going to get blown out, but I think that Tulane can actually make it closer than what the bettors are thinking. I think that Tulane can make it a little bit closer, but I do think that the Miami Texas A&M game is going to be pretty fun though. I want to stream it, but I'm gonna be at my dad's, so I'll just, you know, I'll watch it at his place. All right, Alabama kicking that ball off, and it's going to be fair cut. No, it's going to hit the end zone. So first down 10 for Alabama, down 10, 4:30 left to go in the third quarter. All right, Mateer going to be under center. Oh, sorry, not under center. Sorry, they were pistol formation. Now they're going to be in wildcat formation. Normus is going to be a John Mateer run here, and John's going to pass is going to scramble, and he's going to try to get the first down to the 30, and he gets about to the 31-yard line. So gain about 6 yards there. Second down to 4. 4:15 left to go in the third. John Mateer, shotgun formation, run back to his right. Late shift by Alabama, making John Mateer kind of check at the line. Send Kanak into motion. Pistol formation, running back behind him. Now shotgun. Going to be a run by John Mateer, going to be keeper, who's going to trip. Unfortunately, he's going to be short of the first down. How did he trip? I guess he got a bit of the turf monster. I mean, he was like, could have easily got the first down, but he unfortunately tripped. It's going to be third down to 1. This is huge right here. Bama could get a stop right here, get 3 and out with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And as well as your offense has been moving the ball, this is huge. This is huge. All right, so 2 tight ends to the right. John Mateer in shotgun formation, running back to his left. Now goes into motion. Going to be a keeper by John Mateer, who is going to, depends on the spot, he might not have gotten it. That spot's close. They're waving that he got a first down. All right, so they're waving he got a first down. So first down 10 for Oklahoma. Gosh, Tim Keenan is so good as a run defender. If anyone wants a nose tackle, take Team Kennan. Like you're Tim Kennan, you're probably going to get him like in like the 4th round. Going to be a toss out to the right side, and the running back gets about 2 or 3, depends on the spot. About second down 8, second down 7. Lawson on the tackle. 2:20 left to go in the third quarter. Right now showing the rushing yards. 40 rushing yards for Alabama, 55 for Oklahoma. I say it's second down 7. Mateer going to be in shotgun formation, running back to his left. Going to send Kanak into motion. And going to be a handoff to the running back who is going to get about 5 or 6 yards. Depends on the spot. Might be third down and 1 again for the Sooners. Let's see here. Yep, third down 2. Mateer going to be in, let's see here. Shotgun formation, running back to his left. Going to send number 5 into motion. And going to be a rollout. Mateer's getting pressure. It's going to throw. He's going to get the first down. How in the world you let that happen, Brown? You were right there. Should have him dead to rights, but let him get the first down. First down 10 for Oklahoma. I said Brown was there. For some reason, he went on the outside. Why'd you go on the outside, Brown? I don't know what he's doing. But great job of Oklahoma getting the first down. First down 10 to the 48-yard line. Wildcat formation once again. Going to be a power up to the right, actually the left side, sorry. Got nothing. Be second down 10. So they really only can run with John Mateer. And we're approaching the end of the third quarter. 20 seconds left to go in the third. They can run another play, but they're probably not going to. Yeah. So it'll be second down 10 when we come back from the third quarter TV timeout. However long that is. All right, so Alabama's up by 10. You got a whole another quarter left. Oklahoma's driving, but it's been a bunch of third down and shorts. So it'll be second down 10. Obviously, Alabama's got to get stopped. If you're able to get stopped here, you won't have great field position because like they're near midfield, so you won't have great field position. But if you can get stopped and your offense can have a long drive, even if it's like maybe it doesn't like do the best, like maybe you have to try to kick another field goal, make up by 13. That's fine. If you're gonna have like a long drive, especially if you get stopped here, then Oklahoma still has to score twice. Your defense is good enough to be able to hold them. So far, that's what's been happening has been holding them. After they got up 17-0, they ain't been able to do nothing yet. So I think I still feel confident. Alabama's going to pull it out. They're not going to choke. Yeah, that's why you got to choke Oklahoma. But do not do anything stupid. Let's just put it that way. Don't do anything stupid. For love of all things holy. Oh, goodness gracious. I tell you what. I wonder, and Luke, you can tell us a little more about that too. With Alabama coming back, they were down 17-0. They come back. How warm is Ken DeBoer's seat still now? Like obviously, like I said, it was warm coming into this game. Um, the the thought process was that if he would lose, that he would want to leave, which I don't understand why that's the thought process. I guess people just like don't think that coaches want a challenge. I don't know why that's the case, but um, if I just want to say if, because I don't want to say when, but if Alabama was able to pull this off, they came back down 17-0, and is that 50 Cent? 50 Cent, what? 50 Cent Oklahoma game. What in the world? Bro, they got 50 Cent to come out at the playoff game. Come watch my D documentary. I hate him so much. Sorry. Uh, Bro, now everybody's on the field like dancing. I mean, like, it's 50. That's pretty incredible they got 50 Cent. Anyway, so 10-point game, second down 10. Alabama has all the momentum, but it could change on a dime. He like came out, spit a couple bars, and I'm like, all right, I'm going. All right, material shotgun formation, run back to his right. Bama's crowding the box. Drops back a pass, and gets some pressure. It's going to step in the pocket, throws, and it's going to be incomplete. And Bray Hubbard is called for the pass interference. First down 10. First down and 10 for Oklahoma. Yeah, yeah. On connect. First down 10 from about the, so was it the 40-something yard line? Let's see here. Trying to see where we are. No, from the 37-yard line. John Mateer going to be in shotgun formation, run back to his left. Drops back a pass, only bringing 4. Got time, throws on the field, up to the 15, 10, 5, and in for the score is Burks. Eesh. Okay, so 27-23. I want you stream tomorrow. I wish I would there, Parker, but I'll be with my family, so I'm not going to be streaming, but, that would be nice. We lose. Of course, Sir Luke. You got it. You got to put that out there just in case you do. You got to put that out just in case you do, because in the rare case that, your delusions happen, then you can be like, well, I said it was going to happen, so it happened. That's that. I know you, Luke. You have the same exact MO all the time. Kick is up, kick is good. So it is a 3-point game, 27-24. 14:45 to go in the fourth quarter. All Oklahoma needed was the 50 cent. All he was the 50 cent. Mm. You ain't lost yet, Luke. Let's just say that. You got 3. You're up by 3. Yes, Oklahoma just scored, but you're not dead. You're still alive. Now, I will say the home crowd is back in it, though, so that's not great. But still. Do I like Maddie Abbott? I don't know, Parker. Not sure who that is. If it's like a soccer player or like a volleyball player, I don't know. Like I said, unfortunately, I do not know who it is. I can check in a second, but I don't know who it is. Fair catch. So we first down 10 from the 25-yard line for Alabama. And we got a Sky. Are we going to commercial break or no? No. Okay, good. Yeah, it's getting hype in Oklahoma. They're getting loud. First down 10 from the 25-yard line. Empty set for Ty Simpson. Got sent Jam Miller into motion. Going to be a handoff to Jam Miller, who's going to try the middle of the field, and he gets like maybe a yard. A little bit of an extra shoving going on by Oklahoma, but still. It's going to be second down 9. Second down 9. Ty Simpson shotgun formation. Trips to the left. Run back to his left. That should be a false start, but they're not calling it. Throws a deep ball, and it's going to be Horton. Holy crap, he caught that ball. Holy crap. First down 10 at the 37-yard line. That is an absolute dot by Ty Simpson, and what a grab by Horton. I mean, an absolute dot. Holy crap, Ty. That is a great catch, too. First down 10 from the 37-yard line. Going to be a handoff. Jay Miller is going to try the left side and is going to lose a yard. Second and 11. Just stop running the ball. Well, no. You kind of want to take away some of the clock. Yeah, it should have been a false start on the right tackle, but we're not going to talk about that. Shotgun formation. Running back to his left. $13 left to go in the fourth quarter. Going to be a toss out of Jam Miller, who is going to basically back to the line of scrimmage. Fumble. And it looks like it is recovered by Alabama. Yeah, covered by Alabama. Dude, I'm begging, stop running it. It's just useless. Well, you gotta stop your run game. That's what Alabama is all about, bud. You gotta have a run. You gotta run the ball. That's what all the old head Alabama fans are asking. Why can't we just run the ball? Just run the ball. Now, did you almost fumble the ball? Sure, but just run it. You're good. Third and 11, pistol formation. Gonna send 80 into motion. Checking at the line. Ty Simpson got number 4 to block. Drops back a pass and is going to step in the pocket. Is going to get sacked all the way back at like the 40-something yard line. Ryan Grubb has no idea how to call plays. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. He does not know how to call plays. What absolute pathetic sequence. The fact is that, like I said, it's just a regular twist is what it is. Just a regular twist. And you can't handle that at all. Save your life. And now it's got to be a punt. You were in field goal range, and now you're not. Got the punt off, and it is going to be a nice bounce out of bounds. That's going to be at about the 6-yard line or 7-yard line. First down, 10 from the 7-yard line for Oklahoma. Down by 3. About 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. But yeah, no, Ryan Grubb, like I said, I understand why you want to run the ball. Trying to make sure that you get the time to roll down. But after running on first down, then you can call a play on second down instead of doing that other toss crack to the left and almost fumble the ball. So that would have been rough. But now you put them deep. You got to trust your defense. Trust your defense to be smart. Like I said, you kind of hurt yourself in that Bray Hubbard pass interference. So it was second down 10, and then you got, like I said, they got first down 10. Then I think, was it 2 plays later was the touchdown? Something like that. So, wait, is this the same Ryan Grubb who's a coach at the Seahawks? Yes, Zoe, you are correct. Ryan Grubb, longtime, friend of Kalen DeBoer, was the OC at the Seattle Seahawks with Geno Smith last year that could not run the ball, which is something that a lot of Alabama fans are upset about, the fact that they cannot run the ball to save their life. So, yes, you're indeed thinking of the right Ryan Grubb. He left Seattle. Clint Kubiak takes over. He goes to Alabama so that he can be back with Kalen DeBoer. So, yes. And a lot of Alabama fans want him gone. They're like why? We can't run the ball, and it's all because of him. It's all his fault. So, yeah, no, they're not very happy with Ryan Grubb. Because I know Ryan Grubb was with DeBoer at Washington. I'm trying to remember if Ryan Grubb was there with Fresno State. I think he possibly was. But yeah. Oh dear, yeah. Oh dear oh dear is a good word for old Ryan Grubb. Oh dear is definitely a it's a nice way to put it. Like, what does Ryan Grubb have planned for us now? All right, Oklahoma, you're down by 3. You're deep in your own territory. You have about 11 minutes. Yeah, under 11 minutes left to go in the game. It's 10:57 left to go in the game. All right, so John Mateer gonna be an empty set. Gonna send run back into motion, and gonna be a keep by John Mateer, who's gonna get about a yard. So second down 9, up to the 8-yard line. All you need is to get a 3 and out. If Ben can get 3 and out, you'll have good field position, where hopefully, this keyword is hopefully, you can get a drive going and try to score a touchdown. Hopefully, that's the real key. Shotgun formation, run back to his left. Alabama's crowd in the box. And going to be a handoff, and that's going to try to bounce off to the left side, but he's going to power through and only going to get about 4 yards in the carry. Well, 4 or 5, depends. Be third down about 5. Do I like Bella Signor Signor no, wait, sorry. Signorlo? I don't know who that is, unfortunately, there, Parker. I had to look that up. So it's going to be a false start on Oklahoma. So back it on up, third down 10. Ben Arbuckle is a little bit ticked off. Like these old shots. Can we see it, please? Let's see here. What happened? I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it. I didn't know who they're talking about. But I'll look in a second there, Parker. We got a commercial break. Third down 9. 9:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation. Run back to his left. Bringing a blitz. And in the end zone is going to be a knockdown at the line. It's going to be fourth down and 9. 9:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. All right, let me look up and see who is Bella Sig Bella Sig. Wait, what's her name again? Sig Norleo. Is it Norleo? Maybe Norleo. Norello. Hey, that's Norello. All right, punt is underway, and it's a good lord. That's a terrible punt. Returned by number 5, and he basically gets like another 3 yards. But it's gonna be great field position by Alabama. Are we talking about the person from Tuscaloosa? I have never seen it on like the TV before. Like I've seen like Duke versus like Notre Dame or something like that, but I've never actually seen an actual game of lacrosse. All right, so from the 35-yard line, all you gotta do is get a touchdown, and you pretty much win this game. I feel pretty confident with that. Gonna be a handoff number 4 to the 30, up to got upended, but gained 6 yards there. Second down and 4, 9-11. Never forget. Left to go in the fourth quarter. Yes, you're correct. You have to get a touchdown here. Field goals are for wussies. You gotta go for the jugular. Goodness gracious. No, you gotta risk it, no biscuit. All right, from the 29-yard line, shotgun formation, run back to his right. Going to send number 80 into motion. Going to be flash a pass. Throws, and that's going to be, holy crap, and boss. Wait, what are they going to call it? They're going to call They're gonna call it a catch by Bernard. They're gonna call it a catch by Bernard. He moused him, absolutely moused him. Number 19, huh, right there, and then makes a football move. Still has it, and then it goes away. Yeah. He's down for sure. That is absolutely that's a credible catch. All right, so first and goal from the 5-yard line. Gonna be a handoff. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Emmanuel Bernard. I mean, he is gonna make somebody really, really happy. He's gonna make somebody really, really happy in the NFL. Someone's gonna really love having him as a wide receiver. I mean, his ball skills are amazing. He's a great blocker too. Like he's just a do-it-all kind of dude. He's not the fastest, but he's a dude. He's a for sure dude. So second and goal from the 6-yard line. Ty Simpson, bunch to the left, gonna send number 4 into motion. Now we got a timeout. I think it's timeout by Alabama. 7:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. Okay, 7:30 let's go in the fourth quarter. Bama just calls first timeout. Has 2 timeouts remaining. If they get a score here, you're up by 2 scores. And your defense is amazing. That's all you gotta do. Do I pig? Oh, okay. So, Parker, I have never played the Arkham Knight game. No, what's his name? The Doctor dude. I've watched gameplay of it. I haven't actually played it before, but he seems like an interesting character. Like I don't know why, but there was like I said, I haven't played the game, but I watched gameplay of it on YouTube before because I was trying to see if I wanted to buy like after like you died to like the hands of somebody, they show you it's like the black thing and like it's like a black thing behind them. They do a little monologue thing. I've seen all those animations of like how you die to them, like like the Mad Hatter, Joker, and his different variations in the Arkham games, that kind of stuff. I don't know why, but I got like about 8 or so months ago, I just watched all those animations, like what would happen, like if you died to like died to like a common criminal, that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if I like them or like do I think they're good design? I think it's kind of cool. Like it's a character that. The only part that's really difficult is the missions with the car. I driving it around, I'm sure, is very difficult. They really kept pushing it to where the rest of the game was so easy, but once you have to do missions with the car, oh my God, Scarecrow. Like I said, I've seen the where Scarecrow has like the it's like the light beams, like you're like basically trying to hide away from Scarecrow, and so like I've seen that aspect of it, and then like there's been certain story arcs with Scarecrow where like you see your dead parents, that kind of thing. Like it looks like a fun game, but I just don't have that much time to be that much of a gamer to buy the game and to be able to like put the hours toward it because I'm usually either like working or I'm working on another video or something like that. So I just don't really have the time for like a deep playthrough. That's the only thing that like I don't do anymore. But I didn't really do. The only thing I would do like was like Madden or like Clash Royale for like Clash Royale 14. So push his way in and touchdown Alabama. They will take a 2-score lead, 33-24, 7:24 left to go in the half, and in the second half. Daniel Hill, and is apropos that a Oklahoma fan just put his hands like this because yes, your season has gone to sleep. You were up 17-0. Everything was going your way, and yet you forgot one thing. This is Alabama. And if you're going to kill a king, you got to cut his head off. There's still a chance for Oklahoma, but it's very, very slim. Very, very slim. That stuff you're talking about from the first game, Arkham Knights, the third and the final game of the series and the whole series, will be amazing if you look out the car missions from the third game. Is the car mission? Is that the one where you're going against like the what's his name? The mechanical Batman looking thing. I don't know a lot of the characters for DC. Um, but I've seen like that one where you're driving. I think it's where you're driving the car and you're going against. I don't want to ruin the game, but like you know what I'm talking about. Is it that person? Is like it looks like a metal like like a blue metal suit. I want to spoil. So gonna be yes. All you honestly, obviously you need to stop. Obviously you need to stop. But Oklahoma, so each have a long drive and basically got off the edge, got that pressure on them. Oh, let me get that. Boop. There we go. Yeah, that's the third one. Okay, main villain though is Scarecrow Arkham Knight. Okay, so that's his name's Arkham Knight. Okay, I didn't know that. All right, so shotgun formation, drops by the pass. It's gonna be a screen pass to Oren Burks. Only got about 2 yards in the play, and that's a. How do you get that spot? All right, third down and 7, I guess. But Burks coming off limp in the field. 7 minutes left to go in fourth. From the 28-yard line. Try and get him to jump off sides. Tier and shotgun formation. Looks like Bama's going to bring a blitz. Drops back to pass. And gets a pressure. And 17 gets him down. Down at the 18-yard line. 6:28 left to go in the fourth quarter. And it's going to be fourth down and forever. My volume? Is my volume bad? Did Memphis football win today? I think they lost because they played against North Carolina State, right? I think they lost. Punt is away. Wow. Punt. Return to the 35-yard line to the 40. Out of bounds to the third 41-yard line. And there's a flag, though. And, oh, no. Someone got hurt. Someone got hurt. Someone from Alabama got hurt. That's not good. That's not good. Never mind. My phone was acting up. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Holding on the receiving team. So it's going to back Bama up. But it is 5:55. Oklahoma has all 3 timeouts. Bama has been rolling. All you got to do is get some first downs. Get this clock a running. If you can get this clock to about 4 minutes, I feel confident. Oh, this is the A24 with Timothy Chalamet, whatever. Best movie of the year. Is that Tyler the Creator? What? All right, so Tyler the Creator and Timothy Chalamet, Marty Supreme. Also, who named it Marty Supreme? Who thinks Marty? I don't know. Hopefully, that's not a person's name. Marty Supreme. Please don't say this person's name. I don't know anything about it. I just saw that, but yeah. Oh, this is a new Fansville. Nice. I like that Fansville. It is crazy that Fansville has been going on for 8 years. 8 years is wild. Iowa football will beat Vanderbilt in a bowl game. Possibly. Uh, Vanderbilt's also an interesting spot, too. The whole thing with Diego Pavia and all stuff, I mean, just stupid behavior. Um, is Diego Pavia playing? If he's playing, then Vanderbilt has a good shot. If not, Iowa's defense is pretty stinking good. Offense, it's better than it has been in years past. Which is not saying a lot, but it is better than it has been in the past. So Iowa is definitely a formidable foe for Vanderbilt. But if Pavia is playing, and especially in his last collegiate year, the last time he'll be relevant, I expect him to be playing well. But I was defense is pretty legit. I don't know why I got that song stuck in my head. No idea. Pretzel Bacon Sonic Smasher. You just showed this commercial for the Timothy Chalamet and you know, it's Timothy Chalamet, Tyler Creator, and some other people that I vaguely recognize. Marty Supreme. Marty Supreme. What you gonna watch this weekend? Oh, you know, we can watch that Marty Supreme. Hey, Christmas Day. You wanna watch that Marty Supreme? I don't know, that just sounds weird. Marty Supreme. Oh, Roberts is locked in. Roberts is locked in, dude. All right, so Ty Simpson, under center. Number 4, Hill, ready to receive die carry. Gonna be a handoff to him. He's got great tackle there for number 38. So gains about 2 yards there, second down and 8. Would have been a nice run, but like I said, great job there by is it Heineke? I think number 30 is Heineke. But yeah, would have been a great run, but Heineke gets past. That's 71, not Roberts. My bad. So he was not in fact locked in. I was wrong about that. Do I like Drew Mestmaker? Mestmaker. Name sounds familiar. Got so I'm much better with the face than with names. Drew Mestmaker. Oh, that's the North Texas guy. Yeah, that guy. That's right. Okay, so I think he has good potential. Obviously, he's a freshman. He's like I said, he was the guy that hadn't started a game in high school, right? Yeah, he's a guy who didn't start a game in high school. Freshman QB, leads North Texas to an American Conference championship game. Loses it, but still. I like him. Like I said, I mean, he's a lot more to improve, but like for the most part, I like him. All right, second down and 8. Gonna send Ryan Williams in motion. Gonna be a handoff, and that's gonna be number 4, who is gonna push forward for about an additional 3 yards. Third down and 5. Second timeout's called by Oklahoma. 5:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I think Mr. Maker is. I think he has potential to be good. Depending on it's going to depend on where he ends up going. I'm interested to see where he ends up going. Do I like Neil Brown? Um, he was fine at Troy, and then he went to West Virginia, and they just could not turn West Virginia around. I think he's fine in like a non-power 5 school. Like he's fine in that sense. Third down and 5, shotgun formation. Ty Simpson draws back to pass. Is going to try to avoid the sack. Is going to get sacked and slung down by number 44. So it will be 5:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. Clock will continue to run down. Oklahoma does have one timeout. What happened since halftime? I fell asleep. Um, so Oklahoma decided they didn't want to show up. Alabama did. It is 30. It is 34 to 24. Alabama's punting. It is 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, and Oklahoma only has one timeout. But they have great field position because that punt was not the best and is fielded at about the 27-yard line. So first down 10 at the 27-yard line, down by 10, one timeout, under 5 minutes. But basically, since being down, since being up by 17-0, Alabama has stormed. Since being down by 17-0, Alabama stormed back and scored 34-7. That's what's basically been happening since that point. But Neil Brown, like I said, I just finished off that one. He's better suited for like a Conference USA, American Conference, that kind of stuff. Never going to be reaching the highs of the highs, but he could do decent at a place like that because he did at Troy. Shotgun formation, run back to his right, drops back to pass, gets the pressure. John Mateer is going to roll out to his right, chased by Keenan, and it's going to be thrown to the stands. Now, John Mateer, I know that nobody was over there, but like maybe could make it a little bit closer. But he's like, no, I'm going to throw it to the fans. Second down 10, 4:52 left to go in the game. Mateer in shotgun formation, Baylock to his right. Drops back to pass, and going to check it down to Kanak, who's going to get about 5. It's going to be third down and 5, 4:40 left to go in the game. Clock continues to run down. Like I said, Oklahoma does have one timeout, but this is 2 down territory. Shotgun formation, drops back to pass, and is going to check it down. That's going to be short, fumble, and it's going to be recovered by Alabama. Now, they might say it's an incomplete pass, so we'll be interested to see what happens. But right now, it is a Bama recovery. That could be the end of the game. I think they're going to call it incomplete pass. And there is a player that is down on the field that's not good. So right now they are calling it a Alabama turnover, Oklahoma turnover, recovered by Alabama. But we will see with a review. Will Missouri beat UVA? I sure hope so. I think you should. I don't think Virginia's that good. You got Bo back. You got Hardy. You got a really good team. Like I said, I think you should beat UVA. I think it might be close in the beginning, and then I think y'all can pull away in the fourth. And then Missouri wins. Then y'all would have y'all's 9th win of the season, right? 9th win of the season. All right, so they're going to say it's incomplete. They're going to say that it's incomplete pass. So Oklahoma gets the ball back. It's 4th down. This essentially is the game. 4th and 5. 4th and 5. 4:24 left to go in the fourth quarter. From the 43-yard line. 43 and a half. What will Ben Arbuckle call now? John Mateer. Going to be empty set. Drops back to pass. He's got some time. Got time. Scrambles. Is going to throw on the run and be wide open up 35, up to the 30, up to the 25, up to the 20, down to the 18-yard line. First down 10 for Oklahoma. Clock will continue to run, but Oklahoma still has life. From the 19-yard line, drops back to pass. John Mateer scrambles, going to throw it, and it'll be checked down, but still going to be caught. Gain 4, second down 6. 3:48, 3:47, 3:46. Clock continues to run. I think that Bo Perillo was playing the game. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure, Parker, that Bo Perillo was playing Missouri versus UVA. Mateer is going to scramble, is going to try to avoid a sack, is going to be sacked back at the 19-yard line. It is third down. Clock will continue to run. 3:25, 3:24, 3:23. What is the coach's name? Is that Garfield's owner? Oh, Ben Arbuckle. No, is his name Ben or is it Dave? I can't remember what the first name is, Arbuckle, but last name Arbuckle, yes. Third down and 9. John Mateer in shotgun formation is 3:02, and I believe it's a timeout called by Alabama. So Alabama has one timeout, Oklahoma has one timeout. 3:02 left to go in the fourth quarter. It'll be third down and 9 inside the red zone. So yes, it is Ben Arbuckle is the not head coach, was the head coach at Washington State last year. Then leaves Washington State, brings John Mateer with him to Oklahoma, and he becomes the offensive coordinator. Basically the same thing that happened with Diego Pavia last year. The offensive coordinator for Vanderbilt was the head coach at New Mexico State, brings Eli Stowers and also Diego Pavia with him to Vanderbilt. I'll have to look up in a second when we get to the 2-minute warning, but right now, it says third down 9, 3:02 left to go in the fourth quarter. So from the 18-yard line, shotgun formation, trips to the right, running back to his left, and bringing the blitz, throws an errant throw, which will be interesting to see. Like I said, obviously there's a kind of person close by, so it's not going to be intentional grounding, but great blitz by Alabama. It's fourth down and 9, and now they have to kick the field goal. So they got to kick the field goal. It'd be amazing if they missed it right here. I'll check and see if Bo Carillo is playing. All right, Tate Sandell. Kick is up. Kick is... Holy crap. He missed it. He missed it. And that is how Oklahoma's season is going to end. Bo Perillo has entered the transfer portal, so I was wrong on that. Holy crap. I said how funny it would be if he missed it, and he missed it. He missed it. He missed it wide left. It starts going, and then starts drifting and drifting and drifting, and it's missed. That's Oklahoma season. That is Oklahoma season. Oh, that's actually pretty close. That is Oklahoma season. Down 10. Only have the 2-minute warning and one more timeout. That is essentially your season. And Bama, down 17-0. Came back, won. They're showing the Oklahoma fans in the stands. Obviously, this is not the way that they thought it was going to be. That should be a false start right there on Bernard, but they're not going to call it. Going to be a handoff number 4, who is going to be met at the line and be pushed back. 2:48 left to go in this fourth quarter. Timeout's called by Oklahoma. I mean, dude. Well, Luke, how you feeling? I know it's technically not done, but how you feeling? Who would have thought kicking would benefit Bama? Well, they're showing it right now. It's pretty stinking close. They could have been good. But, yeah, going in your way. Dude, like, Oklahoma, man. You found a way to choke so hard. Also, I mean, like, it doesn't look like it missed by much if it did miss anything. Like, it really didn't look like it missed. It's pretty close. So, from the 20-yard line, second down 10. Ty Simpson under center. Bunch to the left. Gonna be a handoff, and Hill's gonna lose about 4. So lose about 4, 2:43. Clock will continue to run. Like I said, they will have one more play for the 2-minute warning, and then the clock will stop. So Oklahoma will get this ball back after the 2-minute warning. No timeouts. Down by 10. So Is it possible? Maybe. Probable? Definitely not. Shotgun formation. Gonna have Hill to his left. Trips to the right. Ty Simpson gonna throw a screen pass and caught by Ryan Williams. And somehow, but got up to the 21-yard line. Clock will run, but it's a 2-minute warning, so it doesn't really matter. But Ryan Williams did get a catch. Look at there. That could have been bad. That could have been a pick. Like I said, it popped in the air, could have been a pick. But thankfully, he caught the ball. Got safe. Like I said, he got the 2-minute warning. Gonna punt the ball away, and then Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. We're in a good spot. I just want to say I was right. I'm smart. I said Bama was going to win. I said I did. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but like I start to get feeling that like people are going to come back. I had the same thing for the Seahawks. Same thing for Alabama. I'm freaking good at this. All right, Bo Brilla is playing. Okay, so he's playing the bowl game. Then he's transferring. Because the thing I just looked at Bo Brilla say he was entered the transfer portal, which I'm like, I don't know why he would enter the transfer portal. He's the number one guy. So unless you got a better option, you're gonna get. Like Jackson Arnold entered the transfer portal doesn't surprise me because like yeah no one wants you here at Auburn. We want you gone. Because you and Hugh didn't do us any good, and it ruined our season where we had an amazing defense and we had talent all around and we couldn't. I don't want to really talk about all football, so I'm just gonna stop. It's just too. But Kalen DeBoer gets his first. I'm just gonna say it. It doesn't really matter. It says 2 scores, 2 minutes. Not gonna happen. But Kalen DeBoer gets his first win as the Alabama head coach for the college football playoff. So good for him. He'll be going against Indiana. So like I said, that'll be interesting again in the Rose Bowl, no less. Going against the team where he got his first start in Division I football as the offensive coordinator with Michael Penix Jr. So that should be a storyline that will be talked about. And yeah, so Bama. I want to see all like the tweets that a lot of Bama fans started to post when they were down 17-0. Like I know it's gonna be like a lot of them have to like eat their words after what they said when they were down 17-0. I know for sure that's gonna be the case. I don't know his girlfriend Parker, so I have no idea. I don't really pay attention that much. When I say that much, I don't really pay that much attention at all to the families or girlfriends or stuff like that of like the players that either I'm scouting or that like are on the team. I don't know. Like I think because like growing up, the Brett Musburger like infatuation with Catherine Webb, I think that's what his name was, Agent McCarron's girlfriend at the time. I think at that I was 13 years old and I was like, that's kind of weird, like the way that he was speaking about her, and so I think like from that point I've just like not really wanted to be like that and like comment on, wow, she's good looking, she's hot, like that kind of thing. So I usually don't really pay that much attention to the prospects like girlfriends or family or stuff like that because like I don't know. I'm not looking at that to see can they play football or not. So it was a return up to the 48-yard line. Shotgun formation, run back to his right. John Mateer. Let's see if he can pull some magic. Drops back a pass and is going to check it down to Kanak, who's going to get about 5 yards. Second down. Like, I don't know who Sky Marshall is, if I'm being honest. Sky Marshall, I'm assuming he's a quarterback. I got to look up who Sky Marshall is. Drops back a pass and is going to check it down. The running back going to the first down to the 40, and he is trying to get out of bounds, and he does. Gets out of bounds by the 39-yard line. So first down 10 for Oklahoma. 1:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. Still is potential. Oklahoma in shotgun formation. Drops back to pass, bringing the blitz, throws to be caught by Kanak, who is going to get about 5 yards, but clock will continue to run. 125, 124, 123, 122. They're going to clock it. Okay, so now it's third down and about 6. I don't love you clocking it. Oh, they're going to kick a field goal now. All right, well, since they're in a field goal range, they're going to kick the field goal. All right, well, let's see if he misses it again. That would be, oh my gosh. If he misses it again, that would be hilarious. Tate Sandell, do the funniest thing ever. Do the funniest. It's a 51-yard field goal attempt. It's like near his career long. Make it funny. Make it funny. And kick is up. Kick is. He missed it. He's short. Oh my gosh, Oklahoma. Oklahoma, why do you do that? Why did you do that? Dude. Dude. Okay, so, I mean, Bama wins the game. All you gotta do is kneel out twice. But it's too short. It's too short. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Instead of like, oh well, let's try to see if we can try to get some more yards before we kick it again. No, just like, well, we're in field goal range. We can you can kick it, and then you miss. Like you miss left, and then now you miss because it's too short, and so your season's over. Your season's over. All right. Well, let me look and see who Skylar Marshall is. I don't even know who that is. Skylar Marshall? Skylar Marshall. Who's that? I don't know if I'm looking at the right person for Skylar Marshall. No idea who this is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which Skylar Marshall you're talking about. Yeah. So Bama comebacks and win. The Black Hoodie is alive. Like I said, DeBoer got that monkey off his back. He got to win in the playoffs. Ty Simpson gets to win the playoffs. And Alabama will face off against Indiana. This was an amazing game. His girlfriend. Like I said, I'm looking up him, and I don't know if it's the right person, but I'm not seeing Skylar Marshall, and I don't know who his girlfriend is. I don't know if I'm talking with the right person. Like, is it Oklahoma? I have no idea who this person is, so I have no idea. Like I said, I'm chronically offline outside of like what I do, like streaming wise, like for football and stuff like that. Like I don't know who famous people are. So if that's like maybe it's like a TikTok person or something like that, I know who it is. I don't. There's been some people like some of my students like ask me if I know who some people are, and I'm like no. They're like you should know them. You're still kind of young, and I'm like yeah, but I'm not on TikTok like y'all are. I was like I don't do all that. No idea. Oh, okay. So his girlfriend's name is Skylar Marshall. Oh, okay. Really good game. Sorry for those who wanted Oklahoma to win. John Arbuckle is more of a cat owner than a football coach. True. So it was John, not Dave. I don't know why I said Dave. Dave is Alvin the Chipmunks. That's what that is. Dave is Alvin the Chipmunks. That's right. That's right. So his I don't know who. Let's okay, let me just check and see. So is this weird ass one? Jackson Arnold girlfriend's name is that's also I don't know. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. 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 Yeah, she's fine. It's all right. But yeah, it is a pretty good game. I said Oklahoma making it through. Not Oklahoma making it through. Sorry, Oklahoma didn't make it through. What am I talking about? Alabama making it through. Being able to fight through adversity. Um, there is going to be whew, there is going to be a lot of talking about the fact that Oklahoma had all the momentum and then let Alabama come back in the second half, and then they come out of the second. They come out in the second half. Oklahoma's flat. Alabama's coming out strong, and then there's a point where Oklahoma still has a shot, but then they fail miserably to capitalize, and Bama just pulls through. So uh, I'm correct. So maybe I might be correct about Texas A&M and Miami. Maybe Miami might have a little bit of lead, and then they'll let Texas A&M find their way back into the game and pick six win 31-24 Texas A&M. So maybe I'm correct about that too. Um, yeah, I will be streaming next on Monday. So that's the Colts versus 49ers. Like I said, I'll be with my family on Saturday, Sunday, or tomorrow and Sunday. Um, and what else I had to add? There's something else I was going to add too. Shoot, I can't think of what I was going to say. But thanks so much for joining the stream. This was amazing. Thanks so much for showing out. Like I said, so this is going to be January 1st on some of those games. I'm trying to think if I'm doing anything on January 1st. I know I'm doing stuff on January. I'm not January, on December 31st, but I'm doing anything on January 1st. Um, I can't think so at the top of my head, but yeah. Um, where was I? Oh, that's right. Anyway, so I will see y'all on Monday, and y'all have a great weekend. Well, I'll see y'all on Monday, so I can say Merry Christmas on that too. But in case I don't see you on Monday,